Hey everyone, welcome to another CAF update. We've got we may have a short show tonight. You never know how it's going to go, but primarily we're going to be talking about Comic Art Live this weekend. We have lots of things going on there. We've got the panel schedule all finalized. So we're going to be able to review that with you this evening. Probably go over some booth setup because I've been getting inundated with new people setting up their exhibitor booths this weekend, and it's been a long day of tech support, but I got through most of it. So we're going to see quite a few people who are new exhibitors this time around to Cal 13, which should be interesting. And that means hopefully new art, right? That's what we all want out of Comic Art Live every time we go through this. But yeah, we'll go ahead and dive into that a little bit later. I've actually even got where is it? Somewhere around here, I've got Jimmy Palmiotti's mystery sketches. He's already sent them in because he's on an excursion. He has a show, I guess, in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, something like that. And so he had to get his mystery sketches done early. He mailed them in. I've got them right here. We could open them up and see what Jimmy did for some of you out there. But we'll do that later in the show. First up, we surprise guests tonight. We weren't quite sure we were going to be able to work this in, but Adam and Allison are available, and they're in the green room, and I'm looking forward to talking with them. So let me bring on the power couple that is Adam and Allison. Hey, good to see you both.
You too. Good
Thank
to be
you.
seen.
Yeah, it's been a while since OAX. We haven't. I don't
Like
think we've
a
really.
whole 3 months, maybe?
Yeah,
No, a
yeah,
little more, I guess.
February. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's there. But yeah, I didn't really get the chance to talk to you guys after all that was said and done. But that's something we could talk about later. So about 6 weeks ago, you guys dropped some news on your website about Adam's health, and
Yes,
we
crazy,
emailed a
right?
few times, right, about it, and I didn't think we were going to have the opportunity to even talk about it. And then so I'm glad you could be here this evening to
Yeah.
kind of update us.
It's actually just a paper cutout of Adam. He's already tanked. I am totally weekend at Bernieing this as much as I can.
I understand. I can only imagine. Um, but so 6 weeks ago was when you kind of let everybody know what was going on. I mean, where in the process are you both with all of this?
Well, 6 weeks ago was when they let me know.
Oh, so you didn't waste any time. It wasn't
No.
like you guys really did let the public know when.
No,
you
I went into the ER for one thing, and I came out with a cancer diagnosis.
Yeah.
Um,
And by came out, he means they took him out of the ER, put him in an elevator, rolled him up the stairs, and he stayed for 13 days, 14 days.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little, yeah. Um, and I think really the only thing worse than a cancer diagnosis is the state of modern television. The stuff I was forced to watch laying there in my hospital room, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It's like I was gobsmacked. I spent a lot of time with the TV off, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the future. Where we're at right now is they feel they got all of the it's stage 3 colon cancer, and they feel they got most of it or all of it.
They got all of the tumor, but in taking 29 lymph nodes, they found cancer in 9 of them.
7.
Either way, they feel that anything over 3 is high. So
Right.
we're there.
Yeah.
But they went in essentially to kind of reroute his digestive tract, thinking they would hammer that big tumor with chemo and then remove it later. And they were in there like, well, they were like, hell, it came right out. So we just did the resection.
Yeah,
So we're ahead of the game, which is super. It's not there to keep spreading. We just have to now prevent the cancer cells that are circulating in his system from finding new homes.
So tomorrow I'm getting a port put in. It's a thing they put in your chest so that they don't have to give you IVs every time.
We can just pour chemo juice right in.
Yeah, chemo sauce is
So our new album.
This is better
Yeah,
than hospital
actually,
television, I
it's the
think.
Lone Ranger's other name.
He is chemo sabe and chemo sauce.
Yeah.
So
Chemo
Wow.
sabe brings the chemo sauce. But I'm getting ready next week to start 6 months of chemotherapy. That's kind of like a preventative measure.
Mhm.
But there was some nice news, which they said they were going to do like a giant recheck in 3 months and see if the next 3 months were going to be required. So I think they're thinking positively. We had a really good meeting today with a cardio oncologist. If you remember, the last time Adam was unexpectedly in the hospital, it was because he had congestive heart failure.
Right.
Well, being a heart patient and getting chemotherapy is apparently like a huge concern. There are some of those chemo drugs that do nasty things to your heart. But what we learned today was that it's fairly random. They have completely healthy people that have really bad reactions, and then they have heart patients who skate through with no problem. And having this cardio oncologist on our team means that his heart will be monitored every so often. Like we're going to do the first one in 6 weeks. So he'll have had 2 chemotherapies and then he's going to go in and they're going to check him. So that's great too. We're real lucky. We have Emory University as our local hospital, and they're one of the 2 like good to go to cancer facilities in the Southeast. The other one being in Texas. And while we know 3 great guys in Texas, we thought we'd hang out here.
Makes more sense. You've
Well,
you've
and we have
got,
a million dogs, but
I was gonna say you have dogs to take care of who've had some of their
yeah,
own
but you know
problems
what?
lately.
First and foremost, we have cancer to take care of. If
Yep.
we had to go to Minnesota to the Mayo Clinic, if we had to go to the Northeast to Sloan Kettering, that's what we would do. And either we would load the dogs up or we would kennel them and do a Kickstarter to pay the tremendous bill. But the cancer comes first. Like whatever we need to do to get Adam back on his feet and rolling is the priority. You know, dogs will be there afterward.
Nope. It makes perfect sense. So you have one more. You've got this procedure tomorrow that kind of is going to make the chemo process easier, and then it's
Everybody tells me like, getting a port, installed in your chest is like the gift that keeps on giving. And I'm like, well, I'm really excited about it.
I feel like he's going to be R2, right? Like you've got the little thing and it like comes out and it plugs into doors and opens things. Like we can plug things into Adam and, get information out. Right? No.
Anyways, comics.
yes. We can talk about some comics. Jimmy
Yes.
gave me one question he wanted me to ask you. He said, when he told me he couldn't make it tonight because he's
Oh.
off traveling the world, he said, what you got to ask Adam is why does Adam love Indiana Jones so much?
Wow. I mean,
Is there
I
been
thought
an
this,
answer for that?
You really don't have any other guests tonight, do you?
No,
Everybody's strapped in.
He's like, ask Adam this. He likes to talk about Indiana Jones.
I
So
thought this,
you
I
don't have
thought
to
this-
answer that one though.
I thought this was a puff piece. I thought this was all softball stuff. No, it's just, I couldn't put my finger on it. It's just everything works and virtually nothing doesn't work as far as I'm concerned, and especially in Raiders. And it's sort of the zenith of that genre. There were a lot of movies that led up to it that inspired it, and then there's a lot of movies that came after it that were inspired by it.
I think it's also significant how old you were when you saw some of these films.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were the right age, it really hit all the right notes. I don't know. I mean, Bill, you're around our age, right? Like, did you see it in the theater?
I did a couple times. Yeah, but I'm trying to remember what year it came out. I'm 58, so
81.
Oh, 81?
81.
Okay. It came out
Okay, so I was
right
13.
after Empire, right?
It was the year after
Okay.
Empire.
I saw it in a drive-in in Vermont in the summer. We were camping and I was 10. And it just fired all of your imaginations. This big adventure film. Just scared terribly by the snakes in the pit. And you would have been 15, 16? Like that's a very different age to
14.
be receiving like that kind of a story.
But it was the dawn of the golden age of R-rated gore. And I mean, people talk about Raiders as a cultural landmark. People talk about Raiders as sort of the prototypical American action adventure film. But one of the things that was going on back in the early 80s, and it only existed in the 80s. It didn't seem to exist too much in the 70s, and it certainly didn't survive to the 90s, was gratuitous gore. And I remember when Scream came out, and I went and saw it with all the the Gaijin Studio guys, and we all agreed that it was a fine movie, but there wasn't enough bladder effect, and there wasn't enough nudity for it to qualify as an 80s movie. I mean, when I was a teenager, you would go to a movie because a friend would say, "You got to go see Scanners. This guy's head explodes at the end," and it's like. That's all you needed. That's all here. That's my Friday night set. And I remember when Totes face in Raiders, when Totes face melted, and my mother, who I was seeing the movie with, because she only liked actors she would sleep with, and she I know, I'm serious. I mean she thought American Gigolo was the Citizen Kane of male prostitute movies because
Wow.
I didn't know there was a genre.
Richard Gere was pretty attractive.
But Richard Gere's pretty great, and my mother's description, was like, I would drink his bathwater, and I was like, wow, I'm 10. Stop talking.
Yeah, what are you doing with my bathwater?
God help us if Casablanca was on TV, because my mom would be like, I don't know why he was such a big star. He's homely. Humphrey Bogart is just not a good-looking man. I don't know why he's famous. And I was like, it didn't occur to me until I was in my 20s that, like, wow, my mother's extremely superficial. But she wanted to see Raiders because it was that handsome guy from Star Wars. And I still have the scars in my arm when Totes' face melted, just that whole thing that
That's really good.
yeah, well, I've been practicing.
No, you're fine.
And that was sort of like the magical starting gun for like crazy goofy gore in like you wouldn't see that in a modern Indiana Jones movie. You wouldn't see that in like unless somebody is actually doing porn. There's a term for it. There's a not disaster porn, but like the whole Eli Roth genre of torture porn.
Torture porn.
You
I was
might
gonna say
see
revenge
that.
porn, but that's not right. Torture
What's
porn.
that?
I would say revenge porn, but I think you're right. Torture porn is right.
And it
Eli
was,
does it well.
There was this, I mean, you couldn't beat the early 80s for melting faces, or Kevin Bacon having an arrow come out of his neck, or if a movie had somebody and their face was like, and, bladder effects, you were just like, yes, yes. Yes.
Well, we had magazines like Fangoria and I can't remember, there was Cinema something or other that just glorified the arrows through the necks and the faces melting down to the skulls, and we loved that. I mean, I was picking them up at the drugstore. You probably were reading those magazines too, right? I mean, that was something.
I mean, you talk. There was Fangoria, there was Cinefantastique, there was Fantastic Films, there was Famous Monsters, of Filmland, Forrest Ackerman's, sort of like he wrote the book on it. And one of the things that I remember that made seeing Alien so scary, I saw Alien when I was 12, and I watched it like this. I was like, my mom turned to me and said, "What is it? Half as scary if you cover up one side of your face?" And I was like, "You did this to me. You brought me here." the
You're just looking
the
for a handsome actor on screen, you know?
yeah, and she's getting, face huggers and chest bursters. But nowadays, if they made a brand new monster movie like that, where it was a creature design like no one had ever seen before, that would be all over the advertising, and they did not let you see one like centimeter of the alien. And by the way, if you call it a xenophobe, I'll actually I'll punch you in the neck. Nothing drives me more berserk. It's one of my pet peeves. Um, but you didn't get to see the alien until you're watching the movie,
Mhm.
and they didn't telegraph things like go see Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's got that Han Solo guy and Nazis melting. You were just like, oh, wow, I wasn't prepared for this. Um, but anyways, it had very little to do with how much I love Indiana Jones and why I love Indiana Jones. But it's my favorite genre. I mean, if and when I ever get around to being able to do my own creator-owned stuff, it won't be a superhero comic. It'll be an action adventure treasure hunter type thing. That's that's
Mhm.
that's my favorite kind of genre. And you know, a lot of uh-oh. Look, it's the oven mitt. Hello.
It does kinda look like an oven mitt. Look at
Yeah,
that.
it doesn't quite look real. So, anyways, this is Neville.
This is our 6-week-old puppy. He's
Aw.
enormous. Yeah.
He was born the day after my surgery, so it was kind of like very easy to keep track of
This
like
was the April
one.
1st birth, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I actually couldn't be in the hospital with Adam because our girl was expecting, she was actually supposed to give birth the day before. So, and then at 5 days, sorry, I snuck him in my handbag. And so Adam got to meet the puppy at 5 days old. What are you doing, little man?
Yeah, and it's funny because some of the nurses at the hospital would be like, don't you have any family, Mr. Hughes?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm married." And they're like, "Where's your wife?" You know? And I would just show them a picture of the puppy on the phone and they go, "Oh, I'd rather be with that puppy than you two." You know? Uh
I did go visit him eventually. I went to visit you your
Wow.
second hospital stay. He's actually been in the hospital twice since this all
So one
started.
time was 13 consecutive days?
The first one.
First
And the
one.
second one was just like a 2-day stay. It was like he missed them and wanted to say hi.
so anyways, comics.
Right.
Comics, yes, back to comics. Well, I get it. That was a fun time. I mean, now that we have CGI and stuff, they don't need to have practical
Right.
effects anymore, right? It's
And
all
you
gone.
all that creative spirit, all that, like, how did they do that? You know,
Hmm.
I remember I was in high school and I wanted to be a matte painter. I was trying to hone my craft to be able to duplicate photographs because I wanted to paint mattes for Lucasfilm. That's what I wanted to do. And that's not a thing. That hasn't been a thing in like a decade. More probably. You white.
Right. It's always shocking when they show off what matte painters used to do, even back
Yeah.
in, you know,
Oh, it was
Charlie
inspiring as
Chaplin
an
days, right? It's like,
yeah.
holy crap, they actually were doing crazy stuff like that back
Mm-hmm.
then.
Yeah, and
It's
and
messing
here we
around
are
with.
with, the entire creative force from, Marvel Studios is just, been replaced with
Oh, we're gonna
okay, we don't have to. Sorry. Look, everybody, puppy.
yeah.
You don't want to talk poorly about potential employment. I don't know, but I get it. Yeah, no, I'm there. We're all there, right? I mean, I'm waiting for somebody to outlaw it, but either way, I don't want to go there. That kind of writing comics, Adam. Writing comics. I mean, you've done a little bit of it. You got to want to, the itch is there to do more, and it's not spandex and capes. It's
Yeah,
I
it's
like
very
that.
weird. It's like I mean I've done enough stuff with people, jumping off of buildings with their underwear on the outside. And there's nothing wrong with the superhero genre, and when somebody does something special with it, I'm blown away. But like on the occasions where I get to work on a superhero character, I don't think of them as a superhero. You know, it's like when I work on Wonder Woman, I think of mythology. When I work on Batman, I think of gothic crime opera.
Mhm.
Uh, Superman. Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court, that sort of stuff. Um, up until I had to hand a lot of my assignments back when we got the diagnosis, but I was doing a cover run for on Black Cat for Marvel, and I thought of it more as you know it's like an Ocean's 11 comic. It's more of a heist type thing, and only when the superhero stuff would creep in would I sit there and go, all right, here's a comic book. Here's a superhero. I'll twist my arm. I'll put him in it. And it's, again, it's not to disparage superheroes. It's just after a lifetime of it, um, there's other stuff to do. And I had done a few years ago a couple of Hellboy one shots, and I really, really, really enjoyed doing horror comics. I was like, wow, this is just the bee's knees. Um, and every time somebody had their head ripped off or something like that, I pretended it was like a practical effect and not a CG effect. It was like,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, bladder effect, yeah.
I remember, I think one of the first Comic Art Lives you guys set up, you had some of the Hellboy art in there. That was awesome and didn't last. I thought that was, I just remember the, like a haunted mansion, and you were doing some fun, angles from, like, the stairwells and things, so, yeah.
hmm it was it was a welcome respite, and one get Krampus knock. There you go. Somebody saw it. The Yes, yes, yes. So my answer is yes. Completely lost the thread. So let's start a new one, because my answer is just yes.
Alright, well, Jimmy only gave me that one question, but we can go on to other things. So, well, I think it sounds like, well, you have time to think about it, what it'll be, but I think an adventure book would be a lot of fun and right up your
Yeah,
alley, and especially when I think about,
yeah,
like, I've seen so many of your old sketchbooks and things and images on CAF, and I just, there's an affinity there, I mean, when, with the especially with, your attention to detail and likeness, I mean, I could just imagine whatever you would set your mind to in that genre, that it would be really special and something that a lot of people would dig at the end of the day. I mean, we love
yeah,
seeing the,
yeah.
cleavage and
And
everything, but wait,
and
well,
and
there will be
there's
cleavage at least in this adventure story somewhere, right?
there be what?
Cleavage?
That's giving stuff away. We can't
Yeah,
talk about it.
yeah,
Okay,
It's
okay, we can't go there, alright.
we'd have to get you to sign an NDA
yeah,
and
and a
Alright, well, we're not
DNR.
doing
The but I mean, much like how Raiders was inspired by so many classic films in that genre. I I, I would have an adventure comic that shades of Tintin, Jungle Jim, the old Alex Raymond strip, uh, the oh my God, I've got grocery amnesia. Like when you know exactly what you need outside the grocery store, but the minute you walk in, you're like going, "What's bread?" Now
Yes.
I'm forgetting all of my influences at this crucial juncture in our conversation.
Well, yeah, Williamson strips, I mean, there's a lot of creators, on things that I think, I don't know, influence many creators. I mean, gosh, now see, now you're making me I'm I'm having
Yeah,
my senior moment right now too.
well,
Where's my
like
Coca-Cola? I need some,
well, I mean, right in front of our faces is Dave Stevens' Rocketeer. Like that was a great adventure and you had that the innocent guy who was just trying to do the right thing, and you had all kinds of stuff going on, all different levels of good guys, bad guys, some cleavage, like you said. Dave sort of stirred a lot of stuff for a lot of us, I think.
Oh, somebody, Colin S78 pointed out Terry and the Pirates.
There you go.
That's another one. That's a good one.
Is that Colin Solon?
Yes, it is.
There you go.
Thank you,
Editor's
Colin.
Screen.
I know my old Yahoo group peeps.
Bravo for Adventure, things like
Mhm.
that. I mean, just there's just so much fun to have in that genre, especially after a lifetime of capes. So, maybe that'll be, God willing, I get through all this. Maybe that'll be my third act. So,
It'll be post-cancer Adam.
Hmm?
Post-cancer Adam will be adventure Adam.
If you feel the need to put labels on everything, Allison, yes, that's exactly what'll happen.
Okay.
So,
Right. Well, just like in the old Marvel days where it was, I don't know, Jazzy Jack Kirby, and you could be Adventure Adam. I don't know. We can come up with, every
Yeah.
issue you could do something a little different. Just give everybody a fun moniker for that book.
oh, moniker. Somebody got up to M on their word elevator. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it could be a
That
tease
one.
about what the story's about, and then that they can leave everybody guessing at the title page onward. I don't know. I'm not. You're more creative than I am. But yes. Well, we'd be behind it. I don't, whatever you choose to do after this. Obviously, I want to. I'd love to be able to pimp the hell out of it. When you're
Yeah.
ready, Doc Savage would be cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who's a huge Doc Savage fan? J.G.
Who?
Jones.
That doesn't surprise me stylistically with the way his.
Stylistically,
Like,
but I mean, he.
Gotta be a lover of Obama's work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got the same haircut. So,
except JG does not go around shirtless. Well, he's not even not fully shirtless, torn shirt and all. We've never seen JG like that, but that would be interesting.
They frown on that in France. Like in Paris, they want you wearing all of your clothes. Philadelphia, it's a little sketchy. So, he lives between the two.
Does he live in?
Yeah, they have a place in Paris now.
Wow.
They've had it for some time. It's pretty cool.
If
Yeah, we were also
all
fortunate,
only be
right?
that lucky
Yes.
to have a place in Europe, let alone Paris. But that's awesome. So yeah, comics. Go back there.
Yeah, I suppose at some point comics.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad. So you were working on something. You had to just you're pretty much going to take the time off, right? I mean, taking time off from shows, taking time off from work, just totally focus on the
shows are about
treatments
not wanting to be in contact with a million people and bringing germs home. So it's a break from the conventions, a break from all the dog stuff that we like to travel to, some good old fashioned home time.
I have this thing when we go to hotels, I like to lick doorknobs. So
I can't stop them.
And it's like apparently that's a no for somebody in chemo.
First
no.
It's drinking bath water, and now it's licking doorknobs.
We'll start a list of chemo no-nos. That's chemo sabe and chemo. What was the other one? Chemo sauce and chemo no-no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, well, I saw. Hey, Michael Trailer from First Coast, the show. He said the First Coast team wishes you strength, comfort, and a smooth recovery in all of this. So
thank you so very much.
In Jacksonville in July, but
I'm laughing now. Once I'm horking up my shoes from from chemo nausea, then we'll see how many jokes I'm making about chemo no-nos. And
I'm gonna say eating your shoes is probably the first chemo no.
No, the high fiber.
Right.
But yeah, so that's really why we gave up the events, and sadly, the event we were going to do with you guys in Jacksonville. But the assignment simply, it's just kind of unknown territory. Like we hear from people that they go right back to work and it's it's fine. They feel nauseous for a couple of days and then they're good. And then we've heard from people that they got completely laid out. So
I didn't want to leave any editors. in
Yeah,
the
like
lurch.
Adam's got a great bunch of editors
Yeah.
right now. They're all super cool. They were really great to work with, and it was like the last thing you wanted to do was be letting people down. So
I got a fruit basket from DC Comics. I got flowers from Dark Horse.
Marvel might still be thinking about him.
You were only working on a project for them that when you had to cancel it. Well, Marvel's a little slow sometimes.
It's the Disney overlords. It's fine.
Wow, she just really just.
No,
I don't know her. I
trust me, I want my theme park time.
This is like a deep fake something or other right here.
Mhm.
But I mean, they were all really super and pretty much said when Adam's ready to come back, just to let them know. So, even if he didn't get back on the same assignments, I'm sure, they could scrounge up a little something for him to keep him busy. But along those lines, because he did give back his assignments, what we're gonna have in Comic Art Live this weekend is all we've got. So, I mean, granted, holding stuff back for our retirement. No. What time is it? Oh, you're early. We have a dog that owns a watch, and at 10 o'clock he wants a biscuit and to go to bed. Yeah.
Preemptive tonight.
He's
So you-
very much so.
So you will
But yes,
setting up at Comic Art Live. I did see you kind of set up your booth request earlier, and
yep, and we're gonna load up the art that we have. Short of, like I said, anything, I've got some special stuff put away in drawers that will stay in drawers. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna, get everything up there, and if people want it, they should jump on it.
well, I'm going to be putting out the link to the like a booth preview page that we
Oh,
have.
good.
We can save booths early, so I'll make sure that everybody in the chat, we have over 100 people watching right now, will
100
all
people.
add it to their saved booth list. It'll make it easy for them to find your booth when the show opens on Saturday. But you guys know anything that you might run into? You've done this so many times before, Allison. It's probably like
I've done it a few times, yeah.
you don't have any questions on all of that, but
No.
we appreciate
And-
you participating this time
Yeah.
around.
But the timing was super. We have bills to pay.
Exactly. Well,
Always
it's good to know that you have rainy day artwork and files as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, very not enough artists do that as far as like.
Well,
stacking some
we
stuff away.
we aren't like the rest of the world that get 401ks and retirement plans.
Tell me about
it. Yeah, and I'm not that fast, so it's not like, oh, at the end of the day, I'll work on some legacy pieces that we can use in
Right.
case of emergency. So,
Although, I mean, technically you have, because I've put away stuff. I've put away nice stuff. The small number of pages that were actually penciled and inked for All-Star Wonder Woman, I have those tucked
Oh,
away.
cool.
Oh yeah. See, there were pages. People don't think that. There was a script that Adam had written it. Yeah. So those are tucked away. And there's a beautiful piece that was it you drew it and Dave Stevens inked it?
mhm.
Yeah, I've got that tucked away. So tucked away
Wow.
that we actually couldn't find it for like a year and a half.
We couldn't find it when I was working on the documentary. You know,
When
The
you
time we really needed it. Yeah. And a week later it was like, well, it was right here the whole time.
yeah, it's like, oh, crap on a crap cracker. This would have been good. This would have been good, good video for the what's the word I'm looking for?
Documentary.
Documentary. There we are.
It was a good
Mm.
documentary too.
Stop, Cedric.
Mm.
Cedric, do you need to say hello? Get up here. Cedric, come. Hup. All the way.
Well-
Hup. Come on. Come say hello.
Is it?
Okay,
It's
there
a
you
biscuit time. There we.
It's not biscuit time. He thinks it is.
Well, when you're sitting at the dinner table, it's time. Yeah, maybe time to.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a biscuit and put him to bed early. That way
All
you'll
right.
stop bothering him.
Well,
I
Adam.
wish I
we're-
could get a biscuit and go to bed early.
Oh boy. Well, do they give you? Do you have to like prepare for this procedure tomorrow? Do they like tell you can't eat for 24 hours or?
Yeah, there's there's the don't like 8 hours before nothing but clear liquids.
Mhm.
And it's like I assume that includes vodka. So I'm
Yeah,
I
yeah,
kid,
on the
I
list.
kid, I kid because another fun revelation for your show is I I'm an alcoholic and I haven't had a drink in 6 months. So I go to AA meetings and it's been a good turn. It's been a good turn. So I still like to make jokes about vodka, but that's about all
But
I
you're
can
not
do with
drinking
it.
it anymore. Well,
Yeah.
that's maybe the timing was right on that. I mean, but considering everything, I mean, well, I
Yeah.
don't know, but yeah,
Well,
wow.
it's funny because like the questionnaires they give you. Thank you everybody for all the lovely comments. I appreciate it. I am seeing them over here. Um, they always ask me every time I go to the hospital, and I feel like they're going to put in a revolving door at Emory University Hospital and name it after me. Uh, every time I go in, they always say, "Have you had any recent falls?" I, I want to go. Do you want to count the drunken blackout fall I had on Halloween last year?
Because he's been stable since, like no falling since that one.
It's like, does that count, or is this like, is that outside the purview of, are you feeling dizzy right now? Um, but it's the funny thing is like now that I do the AA meetings, and there are people there who make me feel like a real sissy, because like when they tell their stories, like when I tell my story, it's like, yeah, I got really drunk one Halloween and I fell down and I cracked a rib, and
And what did your wife do? Told him how disappointed I was and closed the door and walked away. Left him on the floor.
there you go. So
Yeah.
you
Not such a nice lady. But most of you know that.
yeah, the
Well,
but like, I go to the meetings and people start to confess their stories, and my stories involve, yeah, I had so much to drink that I went to bed early, or
Right.
like I had so much to drink that I tripped over a sock, you know. Other people's stories involve uh, keywords like prison and halfway house, and I'm just like, I am not going to open my mouth at these meetings because I am definitely a G-rated character in this R-rated room.
Which is terrific. Let's keep like that's a good thing. Like you saw the light at a time before it could have gone like
Oh,
horribly bad.
everybody else is talking about their rock bottom, and I'm like, I could see rock bottom with like a really good telescope, but I was nowhere near as close as
never
some of
hit
these
it.
cats. Yeah. And uh but anyways, the uh, somebody said Fred Chamberlain said Halloween falls don't count if you were dressed as someone else. Yeah, yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah. I was dressed as Arthur from the Dudley Moore film. So, no.
You misplaced your top hat, and
Right,
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
but you got
Incidentally,
locked out of the penthouse,
thank you for
unfortunately.
the lovely packaging card, Fred.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. I do appreciate it. I haven't had a chance. Actually, the outpouring has been so lovely. I've been getting so many cards and so many well wishes that I'm falling far, far, far behind on my thank yous.
And I thought about taking the Christmas cards we never mailed out and having a label printed and just covering Merry Christmas and putting on thank you. Y'all will know if we do that if you get a Christmas card in the mail.
Did you just yawl them?
I did.
Wow.
Sometimes you got y'all. I've
Yeah.
I throw that out there every now and again when it feels right. It doesn't feel right too often, but it felt right that time, right there.
We had a dog trainer like 20 years ago who was from South Africa.
And still is.
Yeah. And she so when we would meet with her, she had that very it's not a British accent, it's not a New Zealand, but
No, it's
its own.
it's the Joss Ackland accent from Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon too. It's the diplomatic immunity.
It's a very clear
You know.
and she would say, What was it that she said?
What she was talking about, like, we're gonna have to be a little stern and a little tough with our dogs who were,
Our first two were very aggressive.
very aggressive, and to get it right, she says this is going to require, quite a lot of tough love, y'all.
No, tough love from all y'all.
All y'all. Yeah.
So we got both.
She got she
And it was just like, huh?
oh, so you must be from South Africa.
Wow, man.
After that, I was like, oh, I can use y'all. Like she can use y'all. I can use y'all.
Right. No, well, I have some friends who who use y'all a lot, and but yeah, it felt out of place for a very long time. But the older I get, the more appropriate it sounds.
Well, I feel like if I throw in enough "Hey guys" from New Jersey, like I use the word guys, then it balances out the y'alls. So, and women here, they can be offended if you call them guys. Hey guys, hold up. We're not guys. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, huh. Like in Jersey, we're all guys. Like, hey guys.
Well,
Yeah.
every once in a while, when I say "Hey guys" and I see there's a girl in the room, I do kind of look at her nervously, like, did I just offend her?
Right.
Maybe I
And
shouldn't. I'm a little overly sensitive, I think, but it does. I get it.
I just turn around and say, get in the car, C word. Just shut up.
It's true. Also from Jersey.
Yeah.
South
get it.
Jersey. Yeah.
Oh,
She's from North Jersey. I'm from South Jersey. Together we fight crime.
From the tiniest state, like it shouldn't.
So you knew it
have a
was
north and a
love
south?
the first moment you saw one another, huh? It was there was that
I knew it was
Jersey
love. He
connection.
did not. He did not.
I maybe needed new glasses. But
Maybe
I
you
want.
should take glasses off.
There's a lot of material here that could be worked into an adventure comic.
It's too late. Somebody else is already writing it down and using it.
Yeah.
Like we're doomed.
Yeah, let's not. We can't give it all away here.
Oh, that's the one thing that I will never ever do is in an adventure story have a married couple, because that's what killed the Mummy movies, and three of the five Indiana Jones films are about Indy and Marion trying to patch things up, and there needed to be an intervention. Solomon needed to come in and go, you guys don't work.
Right.
You guys obviously don't work, because like every third film you start out on the rocks, and then your lives are so screwed up by the end of the story, you're back together again. This is codependent. This is terrible. And there are, as far as I'm concerned, there are no rules, but there are, because a rule says, I got this from Robert McKee, a rule says you can't do this, but a principle says this works, and it's worked for time immemorial. And for me, in the adventure genre, one principle that always works that never works is the family that adventures together stays together.
Unless they're the Incredibles.
I was gonna. As soon as he said, that's all I could think of.
Superhero story, though.
Yes,
okay, fair enough.
Underwear on the outside. I mean, if Indiana Jones wore his boxers on the outside, then it would be a comic.
All right,
so wait, comic.
Taylor ham or pork roll?
Pardon? What did you call me?
I missed that first part too. I heard pork roll, but
Taylor ham or pork roll? Which one?
I don't. What are they?
No, you're not from New Jersey. Taylor ham's the thing that you have to. It's their pork roll is the round thing that you slice, and then you've got to cut little wedges in it so that as it fries up.
Oh, okay.
Were you eating fried bologna? He's from that part of New Jersey. Were you a fried bologna guy?
Yeah, I'm from a little black and white industrial town.
Did you eat scrapple?
Scrapple, yes. Scrapple made from the ingredients they wouldn't put in Spam, And I remember my mom and
don't Google it. Don't Google scrapple.
Yeah, don't even eat it.
Right.
But anyways, what an informative comics discussion we're having.
Yeah,
You
this is,
know,
I always
please,
tout that you're going to learn something about the comic art market, on this show, and I've given that to the audience in spades this evening.
But this is what happens when you don't have a guest. You scrape the bottom of the barrel and you come up with Adam and Allison and Scrapple. Like this is it. Sorry, guys. This is a Thursday in May.
Well, no Scrapple for you, Adam, for the next 6 months. I think that's off the menu.
oh no Scrapple for me for the remainder of my human existence.
Yeah.
We did the Baltimore Comic Con one year, and there was this wonderful breakfast place down the street
Oh yeah.
called Mother's
Mary Jane's.
something like that.
I'm sure somebody here will know it and go, oh yeah,
Um,
because they had crazy good Bloody Marys.
and
She says to her alcoholic husband.
and they had, I don't care anymore. They had I had my first mocktail the other day, and I was like going, this is good enough.
Yeah.
And on the menu they were serving Scrapple, and it had been 4 decades since I had been forced to eat Scrapple by my grandfather, and I was like, what the hell? It's a restaurant. It can't be that bad. And it was like,
There it is, Miss Shirley's Cafe. That's it.
Miss
Thank
Shirley.
you. See, I knew Colin would know.
Colin knows
I knew
everything.
someone would know. Yeah, Colin knows.
Yeah, and I will actually demonize Scrapple in my adventure comic. It's so bad. I will actually have somebody torturing somebody else for when are the Allies going to land? Are they going to land in Calais, or are they going to land in Normandy? And they're going to feed him Scrapple to make him talk.
Or the U-boat could be called, Scrapple, and you could sink it.
Now you're getting silly.
Just now.
Oh man, what is this? Scrapple from the Korean War is still edible.
Wow, that's
like the Twinkie factory that still has Twinkie cream in the pipe somewhere.
Scrapple from the Korean War is still edible is the worst REM album. Holy moly.
Lee says he's eaten haggis in Jersey. Okay. But you never know what you can get at a diner in Jersey, I guess.
These are so much. The band names SS Scrapple, Nazi Scrapple Torture.
Yes.
These are the best. These are the best alternative rock band names.
Scrapple porn now. I'll tell you, the best ideas that we've had on the channel have sometimes, well, so they say best, but sometimes have come from the chat. They usually just start throwing stuff out there, and stuff starts sticking.
You don't want to give them too much credit. Like they'll hit their heads will get big. They'll start their own channels.
Before I did that, yeah, they called me Billigan, because like Berkey would call me his little buddy, and so they called me Billigan in the chat. And so we had to make a meme out of it. I mean, the chat was they come up with some good. They riff on stuff real well. So yeah, the SS Scrapple.
You would be a good Billigan. Adam could be a decent skipper.
Yeah,
I'm like a wizened, graying Ginger. Like Ginger's seen better days.
Yes, she has. Sticks like Scrapple. Yeah, the chat's gonna be off the rails for the rest of the show.
Oh, I like that. Bill is serving Scrapple at the next OAX. I say we have like a whole Scrapple buffet. Or perhaps we could do all the meat trash from the different states. So there could be Scrapple. I mean, Spam. A lot of people actually like Spam.
Yeah, go to Hawaii, right?
Right, I
Everybody loves
know. Japan, huge on Spam. But there's what's that sliced stuff you could get in the deli that was mostly gelatin and had like chunks of meat and or cheese in it? What was it? Was that head cheese? Is that what it's called? Something. I mean, you would look at it and be like, that's gross.
Colin's got the answer for this. I know.
I'm sure
just waiting for him to give us.
He probably has like a secret like Boar's Head account. He gets all like the beats that no one else knows about.
Yeah, Wayne says head cheese. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my mother didn't, give that to me in any way, shape, or form. It never made its way through our front door.
We were raised conservative Jews, so we only got to eat bacon. And everybody looked the other way.
Well, I love bacon. We have
Rice.
bacon at least once a week here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't anymore, because we're old and unhealthy. But sure do love some good bacon.
Allison says she was raised conservative Jew, but when we started living together, I realized that her denomination is unorthodox Jew. Because I was sitting
I
there.
know nothing. I remember nothing.
I was sitting there on Passover, just watching the Ten Commandments as required by law. It was on TV.
Charlton Heston.
It's on, and Allison came home from work at the.
I was a manager at Pottery Barn.
You came in with like 2 bags of stuff
because it was on sale. That's how far my Judaism goes. Stuff's on sale. Got to buy it.
Of course.
Wow. And she walks in, sees me just laying there with the remote, watching just the 10 Commandments get written, or the
Red Sea parting, or
something like that. And I'm not kidding you. She actually throws her bags up in the air and goes, "Jesus Christ, is it Passover?" And runs to the phone to call all her Jewish friends in New Jersey.
Wish them happy Pesach. Yeah.
And I was just.
But I didn't know it was Passover until Charlton Heston
and
told me.
I'm just sitting here on the sofa going, "Worst Jew ever,"
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, unorthodox Jew covers it.
Well, wow. That's
I took all the good food.
Do you still do that? Do you plan for Passover now?
No.
Well, no.
But when I see on Facebook that it's Passover, I have to tell all my Jewish friends, "Happy Passover."
Mm-hmm.
Like the most what I took away from Judaism was that it's very family-oriented religion, and I didn't have a family after my parents divorced, and they have the greatest food ever, and I still eat and make most of it. Like, I don't make matzo ball soup because my grandmother had the greatest and took the recipe with her to the grave. So I don't even bother trying. But I eat everything else and then try to subject as many people as I know to it as well. So yeah, my Judaism starts and ends with the food.
CJ Design has got pork roll, scrapple, deviled ham, spam,
Vienna sausage,
head cheese,
olive loaf,
head cheese, olive loaf buffet at OAX, which is the sound we'll all be making after we eat.
I did like Vienna sausages when I was younger. I don't know if I'd like them as much today. They had them in the little cans.
Yeah, I just think the novelty of sausage in a can is intriguing to a child. It's like,
But was it sausage? I don't even. I mean, I'm thinking. I know I haven't had it in 50 years.
What?
Oh, there they are. Look at that.
So, in the process of our journey from Adam's diagnosis to Adam getting healthy, I decided we had to clean out the pantry. Anything that was in there that we should no longer be eating. Also, all the stuff that was still dated like 2003, I filled contractor-sized trash bags and got rid of. And in the back of the cupboard was this can of Vienna sausage, and a girlfriend was helping me out. And we run agility together. Her husband had gone through something very similar, so she was like, "Let me come help you." And she just looked at me and she said, "I'm your friend. I'm not going to tell anybody that you have a can of Vienna sausage." And I looked at her and I went, "It's for dog training. Like, we don't eat this. This is for the dogs." Because they call them little smokies. And you open the can and the dogs start drooling instantly because it's nasty. It's super greasy. It's all processed meat, but the dogs go nuts for it. So I have it like as super treats for dog training.
Yeah, it's all processed meat, unlike the classy sausage that you get,
So yeah, Vienna sausage.
You need to get that leak fixed.
I will bring this to the next OAX and everybody can have a taste.
I'll sign it. And,
but you have to sit and stay. Only good dogs get
we'll line up some chairs for you again, like the first OAX. And you could just kind of toss them over the banner, right at them.
Awesome.
I like that.
Just, what are the
Well,
chances of
but
what are the
what's the year on those Vienna sausages? Have they been in the
Oh,
cupboard
good
for a long
question.
time?
Hold on. Does that MR for March? No, it can't be. Oh, best March 13th, 2027.
They're still
And it's
good.
been in there for at least 3
Wait,
years.
hey, wait a minute. The next OAX I think is like the 19th through the 21st of March, 2027. So
That's not
There you go.
save
Yeah,
them. I mean,
of a perfect
this is
vintage.
perfect.
that's not food. That's a prop from Fallout. That's just like something you find like, in a bombed out shelter.
Now, I will say, we also have a can of Spam, but it's a Spam-A-Lot can of Spam. We got it from the theater, and it has a special label, and it's never to be eaten. And I thought to myself when I found it last year cleaning out the garage, because that's where
Found it
Spam
in the
belongs.
garage.
Yes, in the garage.
It was definitely not intended to ever be eaten.
Well, I
Anyway.
thought surely this is collectible. Surely it is not. I went to eBay and there's like a zillion of them and they're like $5.99. Like I think they're less than what I paid for it. So kudos to Monty Python. Yeah, kudos to Monty
Yeah.
Python.
They needed to do a limited edition of that.
To the person, Mr. Easy Go Lucky, who said low sodium Spam is better for you. That's like saying
rat poison now with just a little bit rat poison.
a low sodium hammer to the head is less painful.
Oh man. Rick Welch says he deletes spam. So
God,
I don't read my spam. Yes, that's a bad thing too. Oh man.
You're talking about email, right?
Yeah, we're talking about email. Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just picturing you with a can and just kind of like going, I'm not reading this.
I don't think Maureen has ever bought spam that I can recall.
Well, now
I've never asked for
as
it
a present when we see her next year.
Yeah, we did.
All right, everybody, you hear that? Maureen wants cans of Spam at next year's OAX. Just randomly walk up and give them to her. She'll have no idea why.
I won't say anything to her
wrong.
about it.
No, come on, we're in on it.
No, you let me finish.
Oh,
Let
all
me
right.
finish.
He has a better idea.
Spam basket.
Oh,
Like a giant gift basket of spam and spam related spam.
But maybe only half fill it, so as she gets extra random spam during the weekend, she can add to it.
No, just
I like this idea.
I like the randomness of strangers just walking up to Maureen and handing her spam. I will hand her my not so collectible Spam-A-Lot spam.
You have to bring it now.
I'm gonna. I might know where it is. I can go get it.
Start packing your bags for OAX.
just the OAX feature comic art update featuring Adam, Allison, and canned meats.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Jimmy and Amanda were supposed to be Vienna sausages and spam. I think Amanda is Vienna sausages. If we had to assign.
Yeah.
Jimmy's
I think she'd be
spam.
up for it anyway, at least.
Yes. Amanda's up for anything.
Oh man. Well, I don't know. We they don't even allow you to bring food into the hotel, but so we're breaking all kinds of rules already.
It's not food. We've discussed this. It's not food.
Okay. You got me there. That'll be our argument.
Technical.
Right. And once expiration date, no longer edible. You're fine. Covered. Get your legal guy Kazra on that. He knows all the fine print.
Yeah.
He does. He's a good guy at that.
He can write a mean contract. I know that.
I'm telling you, he covers all the bases. That wacky Kazra.
Indeed. So
comics.
Yeah, back to comics.
Okay, back to comics.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm speechless after all this talk.
Yeah, I have derailed this so far. There's no driving back, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
We could bookend why Adam likes Indiana Jones so much with why does Adam now hate Star Wars? That's like another 90 minutes right there.
Don't even get me going.
See?
Jeez.
Yeah, the young, I don't like retelling and rejiggering the stories, right? I mean, Han Solo didn't need need a young version of him. Uh, I think I only got through half of that when I was watching it. I didn't watch it at the theaters. I waited till it got. I could see it at home, and I think I didn't. I only made it through about halfway. It was just awful.
I don't think we've watched most of the TV stuff. We did watch first season of Mandalorian. We enjoyed that enormously. We
Right?
was
Isn't
it
there a
right? That
movie
was
coming
Oh,
out?
we
Michael?
actually talking about Star Wars? Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, Adam. We don't want to
You know
get
what
in it.
this is?
Yeah,
This is all the
we could do a
things
whole
that
show
will suck
dedicated
more than
to
you having
why
surgery tomorrow.
Adam doesn't like Star Wars any
By the
longer.
time we're done, he's gonna be like, "Please, just take me to surgery." Like,
Get the plug put in
no,
right
we
away.
never saw Andor. We never saw Skeleton Crew.
We're still talking about Star Wars.
I did watch Skeleton Crew. We always watch a show during dinner time, and the girls
Okay.
wanted to see Skeleton Crew, so it took like a week and a half to get through it. But I did see that. But I have not watched Andor, and everybody
No.
says that's fantastic.
And everybody says that's the best thing since the last thing we said was the best thing. Yeah.
Wow, you should write pull quotes for
Your books?
no,
All right.
I know, I don't want you on, I don't want you on my books, no. You know.
The Spam DeLorean. Good one.
There we go.
You,
Wrapping it all together.
yeah, you all get to go home. You know.
You can go to the hospital. They like you there.
Yeah. They're quiet.
Very quiet.
Well, I hope the
Oh.
TV's better. When you're there tomorrow. Little,
It's a quickie.
It's an outpatient
oh,
thing,
it's just in
so-
and out. All
Yeah.
right, so that's
In fact,
good then.
I did a little Googling and it's like 90 minutes, 2 hours. Like, granted, there's all the, hey, blood pressure, hey, sit here and give blood and do this and that. I bet all the prep will take longer than the procedure itself.
Well, then that's good. That seems easy. I mean, I
Yes.
had my appendix taken out during the pandemic, and they literally wanted me out the same day.
Yeah.
They'll move you through stuff like that really quickly.
Though, that's for the best. You didn't want to be there.
I did not.
Not during the
I didn't
pandemic.
want my appendix out either.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Marcus says you don't like The Boys. I haven't watched the final season of The Boys, so I have no idea if it's any good or not. Marcus.
We enjoyed The Boys and then we just stopped watching TV. And I don't think it was The Boys specifically that we stopped watching, just TV in general. I did finish Umbrella Academy. You didn't finish Umbrella Academy.
No.
Well, you have that. Please shoot me now. I'm married to Alice.
TV keeps you from work. And speaking of work, I have to do some other show related stuff today.
Sure.
So you have to send us away, is what he's saying.
I do,
That's when the
but
cane
I
comes
do
out
think
and
we need
drops
to
us.
have you guys back to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, but-
maybe- Okay, we
But-
won't
but,
talk about Star Wars.
We should get back together, maybe a month or so down the road, and we'll just recap how everything's going and stay in touch with
everything's going
everybody.
well. And I mean,
Yeah.
ironically, again, 6 months from now is the November Cal. So we'll the next
Oh.
Comic Art Live. So there's reason
Okay.
to if
Yeah.
everything's good, then we could do a panel during the weekend.
We could do
that
a
would be
panel.
fun.
Sure. That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you then.
Okay.
I mean,
that
hopefully we'll
sounds
see you
good.
before then, but
Well, I know we'll be talking.
yes, for sure. Thank you, everybody. You've been awesome.
Yes, the chat has kept us in stitches, quite literally, throughout this whole thing. But
Don't say
take it easy,
stitches.
Adam.
Uh,
I know that you're in good hands with Allison.
I'm going to bully him through it, actually. I've
You're
decided.
gonna bully him through.
I am.
All right.
Yeah, because he still has way too much to do, and we have too much life to live and too many exciting things to do together. So, yeah, dragging him, kicking and screaming through cancer.
and thank you everybody for your kind words, and because I've been for me over here is the chat and the very, very nice things. Thank you so much, all of you.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. You're some of the greatest fans anyone could ask for, and greatest friends. We've come to know you guys at events and through the Yahoo group and Patreon and in person, and you're all wonderful. Thank you so much.
You
I
both have
said
meant
y'all
a great
again.
deal to all of us. And I didn't say y'all. I could have
I
right there. I
did.
said
I
all of
snuck
us,
one in.
If
over
she
the years.
if she
And
says it if she says it
we're
one
all
more time, she's gonna summon like Charlie Daniels Band or something.
Oh boy,
All
the
right.
devil went down to Georgia or something, right? I don't know, but let's say let's call it an evening, and but be in touch if we
For
can
sure.
we can talk again in
Thank you for
in a
having
month
us
or two. That would be great.
thank you for having us and putting up with our shenanigans.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
Good night,
Have
everybody.
a good evening. That's the way to end it. He knows how to close the show. That's perfect. But it's so good to see both of them, and obviously everyone here at CAF is hoping for a speedy recovery. I mean, it sounds like the surgeries went well for Adam, and yeah, it's 6 months with a plug in and chemo probably is not what anybody wants to go through. But yeah, all of us, including all of you in the chat. I'm looking at you guys over there, are expecting a speedy recovery so that Adam can get back to making beautiful artwork for us all again. Oh, all right. So like I mentioned, I did say that I did launch a booth preview page, and it is actually linked in the menu on CAF. I did that a little bit before the show, and so if you go to CAF and you go to the Comic Art Live menu, underneath the Comic Art Live menu, there is in fact a link for a booth preview, and so that lets you see the folks who have set up booths already. And if you're logged in, you can also start saving your booths. So as I mentioned, Adam and Allison have started setting up their booth. I don't think they've put any art in it yet. You can't see any art yet. It's just a preview. It's more of a list, so you can hit the save button on it so that when the show is live, it makes it really easy for you to find any of the booths that you want to go to pick up artwork, or check on the art drops, because we have the Saturday art drop and the Sunday art drop, and saving booths is easily the best thing you can do. And I can tell you that we don't erase saved booths. So if a seller that you saved in the November cal is also exhibiting in May, they'll already be in your save list. So you can unsave them if you didn't end up wanting to buy anything from them in November. But that's about the only thing we don't reset from cal to cal is a saved booth for you. So so yeah, probably the easiest way once you get in there is just click on the comic artist link at the top, and it'll show you just the artists that are there. We do have Adam Kubert setting up a booth. Who else is setting up a booth this time around? Joe Linsner, Bart Sears. I did see that Bella Racklin is going to set up a booth. That she did that late this afternoon. Who else set up a booth today? Dimitri Patelis. He actually set up a booth request at like 7:30 p.m. this evening. So we have a lot of artists that are setting up booths this time around at Cal, and and that's actually a lot of the folks who have been sending having some emails with, just to kind of get them acclimated to getting their booths all prepped and ready to go. But I would encourage you, when you're browsing the halls and the booth preview before the show, save all the artist booths. Just go for it. I don't know what Adam Kubert's bringing or what Joe's bringing, but Julie Bell, I'm looking through it right now too. Yeah, Julie, she actually did that really late tonight, like about an hour or two before the show. So we got Julie Bell in there. Yeah, our very own Rich Danny's has his booth again. CJ's in there. Who else do we got? Okay, who was the list? Oh, there it is. Mike. Oh, Mike McCone's setting up as well. And Bob McLeod, he's always got a booth set up. So, oh, and Dave Palumbo. I've got some preview images. Dave actually sent me a couple scans that I can show off from some pieces that he's bringing that weren't with him at OEX. And I'll talk about that when I show off the pieces. But what do we got? James Pasco. There's Dimitri and Bella. So yeah. Oh, and Paul Ravoche is also in there as well. Paul, I think, he set up at the last Cal, and that was his first time, and he did really well. I think he sold like, I don't know, 17, 18 pieces. So I never got, and ironically, I never got a chance to email him after the last show. I wanted to just talk to him about how well he did, because I know he did really well, but I wanted to actually get him on the show So now that I've seen his name, I should make a note and reach out to him before the show and try to set that up. Marco Rudy's in here again. Terry Schumacher, or Jeff Slemons, who's been on CAF for years. John K. Snyder. Wow. See, there's even some folks in here that I wasn't even aware were setting up. So cool. And Mike Fosberg, he's back. Mike's Maureen. She loves Adam's work and she loves Mike Fosberg's work. I think of the two, her two top artists that she owns artwork from, both of them. And Fosberg can draw a pair. You know, he can draw a rack like anybody. I guess we don't have any of the topless art by Mike, but you know, it is what it is. So what do we got here? And Val, that's right. I see Kazra mentions that Val, she set up in the Indie Hall, right? So when she created her booth, she has the option to pick either, you know, Hall A or Hall I, and she set herself in Hall I. So that, and I should just be sharing my screen while I'm looking at all this as well. Might as well, because I have stuff to talk about while I'm in here. Let's just get that on there. There we go. But so yeah, I'm in Hall I now. I've got to get Ashton's test booth out of there. Ashton finally, I think he did his last bit of redesign work for Cal today. So we're officially done with any coding work that we need to do to get to have Cal in the new template and some of the extra features and things that we were tinkering around with. But Doug Senko's back, Ian Cinco, Maureen's test booth got to go. A reminder of that. There's Val right there. So Val's got set up. She's got 9 artworks for sale in her booth already. Jamie Jones is in. Ink Smoker Studio. I know he emailed with them earlier. Oh, John's in here. I love John's stuff. I got a nice Thor from him from IC3. I did. Yeah, Kazra picked that up for me. Anthony Pugh. Panel Punk. They're actually set up in the Indie Hall. Okay, they could have been set up as a dealer. Well, I could ask them about it. I should probably shoot them an email. Panel Punk. I didn't even know they had set up already. Chrome Fetus Comics is in here as well. Hans Reich. What is it? Rickheit? Who else is in here? Vero Stewart. I had an email with her before the show. Thanks to Sardo. And then John Trainer at the end. So yeah, that's a lot of artists and a lot of new artists. And one of these days we should put counts on the halls as far as the number of artists that are in there. But I'll talk with Maureen about that. It's something I always want to see, and then I forget to ask her about it. And then here we are. But let's see. 536 mystery sketches sold. It's even higher than that right now. But I figured I'd talk about mystery sketches in a few minutes. Where are we at? I can give you, this is like I'm inside the hall peering down from 20,000 feet, and I haven't refreshed this page in a while. So where are we at? We're closing in on 4,000 artworks. I think this is like very common territory for us on the Thursday before Comic Art Live. Right now there's around 3,800 artworks already posted. 287 exhibitors have started posting. So you know, a long way to go to get where we expect to be by the time the show ends. But you know, if the last 2 shows hold true, we'll have close to 400 exhibitors or more, and we should be over 7,000 pieces of art. So we're past the halfway mark, at least on the artwork total. But yeah, everything is you know, plopped into the template just fine. So you get your light and dark mode going on, and some rando art there. The panel schedules are set up and loaded in. I think I've got everything queued up and ready to go. We'll review that when we get to the schedule portion of things. But I saw somebody asking about you know, reacclimating themselves to, you know, to where Comic Art Live is, you know, accessible and all that. I mean, for exhibitors, the easiest place to get started, if you're setting up a booth or you want to set up your booth, underneath the Comic Art Live menu, there is the booth setup link is the first thing in there. So if you're already have gone through and done the first step, which is just saying I want a booth, this will just take you straight into your booth setup page, and you know, where you can do art drops. And let's see, what has been Maureen testing with? She's been, look, I got a gnome, a piece of gnome art in my booth right now. and some pictures of my kids. But yeah, that's my booth. I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. But booth setup, once you get in here, it's pretty straightforward. All the links are all in the same places as you've had them in the past. Your booth information, your FAQ, announcements. Announcements are something booth exhibitors need to always be mindful of. You can post one announcement a day. A lot of booth owners like to go out and mention when they've either lowered their prices or maybe talking about their Sunday art drop. You got your email links in here and stats. The one thing we haven't added in yet, and I guess I really should get this added in there tomorrow, is there's typically a preview button up here. We hadn't actually finished the front end design of the booth and the booth pieces, so we left the preview off. But now that I'm seeing that is literally the last thing we needed to do now that the front end is fully finished. So I will make sure we get that added first thing in the morning. And for those of you, because I've been asked, so people have asked me, like, how do I know what my booth is going to look like? I mean, it ends up looking very much like this edit screen, because you end up having your artwork listed underneath this kind of the booth owner information set. But yeah, we'll get the booth preview set up in there so you can click a link and easily see what the front end is going to look like. Apologies for not adding that in there any sooner. Mikhail knows what Matt Kennedy likes to collect. What is this? I don't even know how to pronounce that artist's name. Senesance? I don't know. Alberto. Yeah, I don't have. We're actually going to be utilizing the Comic Art Live booth this time around, and I'll be posting most of the artwork in there. I'm going to probably list a few pieces of my own in my booth. So anything that we're going to be dropping from Brian Hitch, for instance, will be in the Comic Art Live booth. And I can tell you that there are. Let me think now. I know that Adam Kubert, Joe Linsner, who is the other gentleman that talked to me today? We'll actually be using the checkout. So there's going to be artists that actually have the buy now buttons versus the request purchase buttons. So when you're in a person's booth and you see the buy now, you know that it's actually using the Stripe checkout. You can still email them, like if you want to make somebody an offer who has the Stripe checkout integrated into it, and maybe you don't want to pay whatever the price is, you can always shoot them an email to kind of go around the buy it now. But you're going to see more people, mostly, predominantly, if not all of them, artists using the buy now option versus the ability to just request a purchase. And why am I drawing a blank on that guy? I'm gonna have to look at my email here. John Kurtz. He's the guy who I did an interview with a few years back. He's selling some animation art. So he's got some Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead. I don't know where he got it, but he used to be an animator. So he's got, I think, like 30 pieces. And so John's going to be using the checkout as well. We just hooked him up with that today. So again, something you're just going to end up having to get a little bit more accustomed to seeing. Real honest checkouts through Comic Art Live. I think every show that comes by, you're going to see more people using them. No, Matt, it would have been a lot more fun this time around if we didn't have to apply the new template. It's all, it's just we could have focused in on a few more things, but at least we're here. So, the way people add art, if it's first time, we have a lot of first timers adding artwork. There is a Saturday art drop, which the screen defaults to on a Sunday. Yes, I have no artwork added into my Sunday art drop yet, but I'll work on that. One person actually emailed me the other day. They wanted to know how to promote their booth in advance of the show. There is this link right here at the bottom that says copy a sharing link. And if you click that, it basically copies it to your clipboard. So if you want to share on your socials today, tomorrow, you can literally be telling people that, giving them this link and letting them know that they won't have access till Saturday at 1 p.m. if they're not premium. But at least you can start getting your link out there to share with people. So that's there, because we don't really provide you another way to kind of get access to what your booth link will be until the hall is open. That's the way to do it. I should probably move it up here. I don't think I'll do that this time, but we can add that to our to-do list for Cal 14. But yeah, booth, everything with regards to adding artwork is pretty straightforward if you're used to adding stuff to CAF. It's got all the standard stuff: title, description, price. Price is kind of a little bit more focused here. Remember, price actually has to be a numeric value. No make offer, no taking offers, none of that crap. It has to be a dollar amount. So put your price in there and fill out all the other information. And if you click add, it's just going to take you back to the booth. If you just want to keep adding and over again, to, like, if I'm adding this to Sunday, you can see right here I can add artwork and add another piece to Sunday if I click the second link. So that way, if you've got your 24 pieces lined up for Sunday, you can just keep knocking them out, and it's just easier than hitting this and then having to click add again. $2 million. I don't know if there's any $2 million pieces added yet, but there could be, Marcus. You never know. I actually have not spent much time in the virtual halls yet. I'm probably going to do a little bit of window shopping tomorrow in advance of the show. But then again, I'm probably going to be adding a lot of art tomorrow, so that probably won't be happening. But as far as anything else related to booth management, I mean, that's pretty much it. Get the art added. You have 2 drops, 24 pieces maximum on both days, and then you just sit back and wait. For those of you who've not done this before, we lock your Saturday art drop at 10 a.m. on Saturday, because there's an hour window then between the time we lock that down to the time people who are premium get access to buy the artwork. And in that 1 hour window, we push out Art Scout alerts to everybody with Art Scout keywords set up. Those of you who are premium members, I've sent out a couple updates this week as reminders that working very well with Cal, your Art Scout keywords will get you alerted to pieces that match the artwork you want to buy. So get in there and start adding those keywords now. You'll be happy you did. We actually have a preview page. Maureen and I ran a test just for me, just to see what everything looked like. I'm not going to share that link right now, but the page even looks better. Everything looks so much better in the new template. But for those of you who are premium and do have Art Scout keywords, probably by, I think, around 10:30, if not a few minutes earlier than that, a.m. on Saturday, and you'll get an email with a link back to the site that'll allow you to look at all your keyword matches. And then when the Sunday art drop happens at 11 o'clock, you will also get a second email directing you to check out all your keyword hits. There are still 3-month memberships, Marcus, actually. Jiggy Cruz is reminding everybody about those mystery sketches. Yes, 9x12 sketches are still available, and the sketch cards are still out there as well. I think I haven't been paying attention, but I do believe we're over 540 mystery sketches ordered so far. That shatters the 410 that was our November record. So we're up. What is that? Over 30%. I mean, I don't think we're going to hit 40, but you never know. 40 is actually, it's probably achievable. We only have to get to like 560. So I did buy my mystery sketches the other day, so I'm all set there. But as far as if you're not exhibiting and you want to know how to get into Comic Art Live when the show opens at 11 o'clock on Saturday for premium members and 1 o'clock for the general public, the links for up here, of course, will direct you right into the hall. The right column is going to change. As everybody probably remembers, we used to have the eBay bar up here, and we would swap that out and show random pieces of art for sale that were already, that were live and active. And we also put the banner for the upcoming or the active panel. I guess I can probably show you this, because unless Maureen's broke it, we'll find out. Comic Art Live / let's see. Yeah, there you go. See, it's a blank page. It's not done. But right column is going to have the upcoming panel or the current panel shown there with the search box in it, and we're going to be showing the 3 random or 6 random pieces there, like we used to show in the header. So the right column will look different. We're going to take a lot of stuff out of the right column, so you're not going to see the YouTube video links and a few other things. But the right column will be replaced during the show with its own access and leads and ties into Comic Art Live. If you're on mobile only, the flyout menu, the hamburger menu will have links to Comic Art Live as well. So plenty of paths to get into the show. So yeah, that is the way that we are going with things this time around. And you know, and I think we still might fine tune the right column a little bit. We've pretty much just set that all of that up earlier today. That's why I wasn't sure if it was going to break or not. But outside of that, that's probably it. I would just encourage everybody to start saving booths this evening and tomorrow. I think, you know, like I mentioned, where are we at? Let me see. I don't want to go there. I guess I could go over here. I think we have, okay, 289 exhibitors. So there will be another 100+ exhibitors that will create their booths within the next 48 hours. So, but any preemptive work you can do to save booths is a good idea. So just go underneath Comic Art Live, booth preview, and start saving booths. See, I've got, it says saved when it's saved. I mean, GPrez Graphics, I think it was testing that, but see, I can unsave it and save it again. Real simple. You got to be logged in to be able to do that. And I have not been paying any attention to the chat other than seeing Jiggy when he posted about mystery sketches. So there you have it. Anybody has any problems or questions, feel free to, you know, you can email me direct, bill@comicartfans.com, and it might take me a little bit of time to reply, but if it's an emergency, I'll reply right away. But if you have any issues with your booth, please let us know. I think we ran into a couple issues where we weren't showing a couple common error messages when you were uploading. You have to remember that there's certain things that we like file types you can't upload that'll end up showing on the site properly, and WebP files are one of those. So, you know, by and large, when you're scanning your artwork, save them as JPEGs or PNGs, or you can even save it as a TIFF, and those are fine. But WebP files don't work, and I had a few people who were uploading those. Some people were trying to upload like 25 to like 40 megabyte images. We don't have actually a graceful error for that, but when you cross a certain threshold, we just stop the upload because your image file is too big. It's, you know, we're not going to be able to resize it to the 2000 pixels tall that we typically size most images to. So, you know, just kind of keep that in mind when you're scanning artwork for Cal or even for CAF. Scanning something at you know, even at like 150 DPI and 100% is more than enough because we're going to resize it anyway. So scanning a piece of art at 600 DPI, you know, at like twice the size that it needs to be is going to create a 40 meg file or something, and I can guarantee you that we won't accept the upload, and we don't have a graceful way of telling you that. It'll just like reset, and you'll have to start over, and you'll be thinking CAF is broken. And technically it is because we didn't tell you why we didn't do it. JHFs are wonky. That's probably possibly true. I've actually never tried messing with anything in the GIF arena, if that's what that's from. Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. But like Jiggy mentioned, the you know, mystery sketches are still open. I did see last year I ran them till 9 p.m. on Saturday. I've been saying noon. So we'll see. At the end of the day, most people, we don't get too many orders after noon on Saturday for mystery sketches anyway. At some point in time, we will close mystery sketches sales on Saturday. So for those of you who haven't picked one up yet, or wanting to pick up more, want to guarantee we go over 550, I can see a few people ordered mystery sketches this evening. Please get them in now. So yeah, we appreciate it. You're supporting artists, you're supporting CAF, and it means a lot to us because it is such a fun project. Now, no, I won't open Jimmy's stuff yet. I do. He did 3 mystery sketches, so I've seen 2 of them. So I don't know what the third one is. I forget the characters. I know they were. I remember when he got them, and after I sent them to him, I was like, "Are you good with these?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I can draw anything, Bill." So yeah, we're gonna find out how he did. All right. Outside of that, with Cal, I think I covered everything that I need to. But yeah, any questions, just either email me direct or use the contact form within the Cal setup pages, or emailing me direct is probably the best. Description appearing twice. I'd have to check what we've done there. I haven't looked at the booth preview page too often, but I'm on it here. Maybe it's in Artist. I'm looking at it now, and it's not in there twice. I know artists can write. Remember, artists have actually 2 fields that they can write in. They can write in a commission field and you know, their booth introduction. But yeah, if somehow the data is duplicated, I'll just blame Maureen and have her fix it. Yeah, look at that. That's weird. Huh. Well, see, look at Rich Danny's. You're my beta tester for this evening. You don't get a prize, but I wonder why it's doing that. I can tell you it's not doing it in the live site because I've spent more time on the live hall than I have in this booth preview page. That's an easy fix. We'll get that. Booths are listed alphabetically based on name. So you have Mike Caro here, and then Giorgio Camolo, Rich Danny's. Even though his booth is called the Flying Dutchman Studios, we're basing it off of the owner's last name. The dealers section lists Alpha by dealer name, though. So that's the only difference. But in the artists halls and the collector hall, it's going by last name. Uh, yes, she could probably do that. She could probably do that. Anyway, but yeah, I'll look into that. And yeah, CJ Design after that. So yeah, it's all by Alpha. I don't know. I just don't think there's anything else within the show that you guys need to see that I haven't covered. So, so mystery sketches tomorrow. I mean, this is kind of scheduled. Well, okay, everybody. I want to know what's in Jimmy's package here. So we're gonna go there. But I got to show you something fun that Jimmy sent me the other day. He picked up some of that artwork from the BB Art Drop, right? And so he mailed me a check for the payment, and inside the envelope, was a dollar bill. I'm like, what the F is Jimmy giving me a dollar bill for? And so I actually didn't even look at it. I might have, I put the envelope aside and set the check on the table, but I did go back and look at the dollar bill, and Jimmy has defaced a dollar bill and even signed it, just JP somewhere. Oh, where is that? Like right there. So Jimmy, he's an outlaw. He's in Amsterdam. That's probably a blunt, and I got nothing more to say. But at any rate, thank you, Jimmy. This is not my first original piece of artwork from Jimmy, but it is a conversation piece and probably should be framed. Kind of like when you go to a shop and they have their first dollar bill on the wall. I had that for the mini golf. I think I'm going to frame this thing and put it up on the wall too. So thank you, Jimmy, for that. All right, now right here is Jimmy's mystery sketches. So where's my knife? Right here. I'm seeing booth requests come in, so people are active. This is good. Nice to see everybody talking about this. All right. Don't want to cut the artwork here, but there we go. One of these days we'll get, Amanda, we've asked Amanda. Amanda's just so darn busy. Jimmy has all the time in the world, I guess, to do these. He's done these for 3 times now. And when he sent these to me, he did say that he loves them and he's on board every time we want him. So yeah, I never had a priority mail bag that was this hard to open. Here, I'm just going to tear it open. So this is the first unboxing that we're doing. Ready? If these are your pieces, then Jimmy was your artist selected. All right, what do we got here? Oh, see, one of the characters, it looks like a video game character, a DC character, and a 2000 AD character. Okay. So these are edge to edge, 9x12. And so what do we got? We got a Vigilante here from Jimmy. Full color. All right, and I'm drawing a blank on the name of this character. Where's my 2000 AD fans, right? I think it's 2000 AD, right? Who's that guy? Help me out. I need a lifeline on this one. But that's a good one. Good one. Nice work there. Then what is the next one? I'm not sure. It's not Bill Lash, Marcus. Martial Law. Thank you. Thank you, TAMD. And this looks like a video game character, huh? I'm not familiar. I'd have to go back and look at Jimmy's spreadsheet, I guess. I don't know who that character is. But there's a chain silhouette in front of them. So thank you, Jimmy. Very good start. So that's our first unboxing. Now I did hear that I'm going to be getting some I think early next week, I'll be getting the Enrizzo package because I think that one went in the mail today. And I know Jiggy mentioned I might get something before the end of next week too. So maybe we'll have some early unboxings as well. It does look like a flock of seagulls, doesn't it, Jeff? It's either that or an angry Bowie. But no, I'll have to look at Jimmy's spreadsheet. I have no idea who that character is, and I don't have easy access to my spreadsheets right now to check that out. Spider says it looks like a Final Fantasy character, Seven Cloud. Okay. Rich Danny's, yeah, I've gotten to see all 6 of Rich's sketch cards, and they are phenomenal. Thank you for participating this time around, Rich. They're in Chicago right now. They're making it their way through. Punk long shot, says Steve Lipsky. Yeah, kind of looks like that. Well, then Rich Danny's, I'll be doing an unboxing of Rich's stuff next Wednesday. Maybe we can have Rich pop in while I do that. Losing my voice already. Gosh, this is not good. So Alberto's going to be joining us tonight for picks, just so everybody knows. Yes, that Alberto in the chat. He volunteered himself a few weeks ago, and now he gets the chance to hang out with us. NSN says I have no idea. 2 Chainz. Now everybody's making me want to figure out if I can find the file for Jimmy. I'm not going to dig in there. Anyway, all right, moving right along. We might as well. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you hope you got a Rich card. I don't know if Rich got you, Dan. I do know that Alberto got a card from Rich. I think I'd have to go back and look. I'm pretty sure he did though. Alberto says, "Oh, it's 109 people watching now, Alberto. Just the thought of you coming into the stream is pushing the audience to new heights." So yeah, so I got my mystery sketches ordered yesterday, and for those of you still on the fence, please get them in there. 550 is going to be an easy one to hit. Look, another booth request came in. Thank you, whoever's watching right now and creating your booth. We appreciate it. Okay, so Alberto, you can join anytime you want. I did send you that link, so just letting you know. Alberto did not. No, that's not true. Well, no, Alberto, you did pick Cap once, kinda. But I won't give it away. All right. Let me see here. Steve's got to go to bed. Early riser. Okay. So trying to look at. I want to get the panel schedule up here for everybody. So let me slide over to that, so you guys can see, because we'll just review this as our schedule, since there is nothing else that we need to focus on schedule wise outside of the weekend panels, right? So we do have our kickoff panel on, which isn't really a panel, right? It's a show tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I know that we'll have some artists from Jiggy's team will be there. Aranga will be joining us as well. And I thought I would invite a few of the reps to come on at the start of the show, just to kind of be able to, maybe introduce a few of them to you, and also thank them for participating. We'll see who can join us. And that'll be tomorrow night at 9. And we'll do the drawing for the final 3 giveaway items, which I think Alberto should be outlawed from, or maybe Dan Goodwin, or both. I don't know. What do we think there? And Alberto just popped in and he left. It's like he decided he didn't want to partake. But these are the 3 giveaway artworks that we showed off last week. We will draw the winners for these pieces tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. So the cutoff time to be eligible for these will be like 8:40 tomorrow to get your name in for the drawing. So keep that in mind. If you don't, if you order after 8:40, I can't guarantee you that I will have the time to add your name to the list of people that can pick these up. So I know it's Jethro Morales did the Red Hulk, Mannix, of course, did Captain Britain, and what is it? Julia Cabrera did the Lobo. So that is our giveaway that we'll be doing tomorrow night as we wind this thing down. Okay, Alberto's in the studio. Alberto, I hate to tell you, we have no theme music to welcome you into the show, but let's just get you in here and get you acclimated. Hey, Alberto, you're muted right now, though.
Yo, yo, yo.
Look at this, the man, the myth, the legend, Alberto G. In the house. How are
I'm
you?
ready for Comic Card Live. Let's do it.
Are you? That's good. You ready to get your keywords? Yeah, sent to you first thing Saturday. Ready to dive in?
Yes, I don't have a whole lot of keywords, as a lot of you probably have guessed, but yes, I've got my 2 or 3 keywords, I think, ready to go.
Okay, that's all you need is 2 or 3?
Cap and Red Sonja, what else do I need?
I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe one artist might be in the list. So you're not a Cap artist focused kind of guy. It's character.
Yeah, pretty much. Although I think I've added a couple extra ones for this Comic Card Live.
Okay. Well,
But
yeah. See, Jiggy knows you too well. Captain America, Red Sonja, Tintin. One of Alberto's keywords is Michelin. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's my new
So
commission theme, the Michelin Man for next Comic Card Live. That will be my next set of sketch cards.
that would be intimidating, I think, to a few artists. I know I wouldn't want to try to draw the Michelin Man.
Now I'm going to have to do it next year, or in 6 months at least, for November.
There we go. Alberto Goal. And Aranga's here. Aranga will be live with us tomorrow night when we do the kickoff for Cal 13 right there. So that's going to be a good time. We always have a good time. You watch the kickoff show, right, Alberto?
I always do. It's always great to watch all the artists that are drawing their commissions during the show and see what some of those things I've done. Jiggy always brings a lot of fun pieces for us to preview too. So
He definitely does. I could show off, let's look at the panel schedule first, and then I could actually show the Hembeck pieces that he did for Mystery Sketch, because and we as a pseudo unboxing, because he sent me his five sketch cards that he did today. So since I won't be able to unbox them myself, I do have the scans for them. But what do you think? Should I show them off or not? Yeah, well,
you should always. Did he send them to you wrapped in like some?
no, he
cardboard?
actually mails them out to the buyers
Directly?
himself.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why we don't get to open them up here. But we'll think about it. So anyway, so here's our panel schedule. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Cal 13 kickoff. A lot of artists will join us. We do mystery sketch drawing throughout the show, and we'll do our giveaway at the beginning of that show. And it's just a fun, casual hangout, and I would encourage everybody to tune in, because it's always a good time. I mean, I know that artists might pop in, so it'll be fun. See, Jeff wants to see the Fred, so we'll look at the Fred. But first, let's look at the schedule here. On this page, it's if I was smart, I would make it mobile friendly, so it's just one column. We have our usual Welcome to Cal show at 1:30. Tatiana and I will handle that. Then on Saturday at 3 o'clock, we'll have Daniel Scott from Scott's Collectibles. He's going to be doing an art drop. We've never had him on the channel, so I know we'll probably do a little, Q&A with him to kick that show off. I've actually never talked to him. I've emailed with him a ton over the years, but I've never met him in person. So we'll have an art drop at 3. Then we have Anthony coming in doing. I know he's got some of that Riley Brown He-Man artwork and a few other things they'll be doing, and he'll be doing a giveaway. He's doing his show on Saturday because he has Graphics Con on Sunday. Then Mr. DeTulio will be doing an animation arts. He called it the Animation Station, the Animation Art Space is the name of the panel. So they're going to be talking a little bit about collecting animation art, but they're really going to kind of focus on a lot of the key pieces that are in that big animation auction that is going on. But they're going to kind of talk about it almost from. They're going to preview a few things and talk about some of their highlighted sales that interested them. And then we'll have an hour off between 6 and 7 o'clock. You guys can all go and eat dinner. Especially, it's timed really well if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast like Alberto, it's kind of like, mid-afternoon.
Yeah, from 3 to 4, there's nothing for us to do here on the West Coast anyway.
Well, at 7 o'clock, Tatiana's going to host an art sale with Japan Comic Art Expo with Yoshi, and I know 2 of his artists are going to be joining him. One of them is Takumi, and I don't recall the other gentleman who will be on there. But we're basically allotting 2 hours for it, just to kind of because we didn't want to have them have to get cut off at 8. So they can go as long as they need. And then at 9 o'clock we have our usual next comic art drop with Jiggy and the team. Their theme this time around is Absolute DC and Ultimate Marvel. So I guess we'll probably be seeing a lot of Absolute Batman, maybe some I don't know, Ultimate Avengers. There might be some Ultimate Cap in there.
Yeah,
Alberto. You
Jiggy
never know.
already told me that there's some Ultimate Cap.
What do you did you ask, or did he just volunteer that?
I asked.
Okay, I had a feeling. I know you. I know you too well. Then on Sunday, to start the show off, artist David Stupakis is going to be on with Casper. David is he's an amazingly talented painter, and you know, I've known his work for a very, very, very long time, and he has taken part in Mystery Sketch, and that's pretty cool. I got to see one of the pieces that he's worked on, and they're fantastic. Only on 9x12, but they're going to blow you away. And we've never had David on the show. Casper's had a long history working with David in the past. I think he's done some, he's always worked with him on the tome books and a few other projects that Casper's published over the years. So it's gonna be fun to sit back and watch him. I've actually never met David in person, so this will be that'll be a fun one for me. Then Paulo Rivera, well, you got him doing his usual panel at 1 o'clock. I actually have the artwork images for that I could show off if we wanted to. He'll be doing an art sale. Then Bart Sears, he'll be doing an interview, no art sale, at 2 o'clock on Sunday with Jamie Jones, and Marlon Shoup will be handling the interview chores on that one. So it'll be fun. I asked, I've always had a really bad image of Bart, you know, just vertical, and it's fine. It's him looking over his shoulder while he's working. I didn't want to reuse it, right? We've used it for like 4 or 5 shows. So I emailed his wife, Michelle, and I'm like, can you get me a horizontal photograph of Bart that I can use for a new panel graphic? And I love this one. He's got a wire in front of his face. He's got some glasses hanging off of something. So this is Bart in his element, and the literal title of the show, of the panel, is Inside the Artist Studio with Bart Sears. I don't think Michelle or Bart knew that what the title was, but the photo is perfect. I think I might print 8x10s for the next time I see Bart, and I'll have him sign them for everybody. Then we got a 2-hour IC3 at FC3 Jacksonville, Florida panel. So Casper will be hosting that with Michael and Denny from First Coast Comic-Con, and they'll be having a lot of exhibitors and artists joining in for that, and that's going to run from 3 to 5. And right now, that's kind of the end of our programming for the weekend. We have the closing remarks at 8 p.m. like we always do. So that's that'll be there. So right now, I don't see us adding any new panels, and it's pretty cut and dry, fun, and you know, enough art sales and enough talking heads to keep us busy for the whole weekend. Is that cool, Alberto? Good.
Looks good.
all right.
I just wonder if Anthony's going to be able to finish within 1 hour. I feel like you're going to have to end up cutting him off halfway.
Oh, that's fine. I have no problem cutting him off. Yeah, I know. You know what? He actually ended up selling stuff last night. It was last night.
Yeah, you were telling him not to do a recap and to open that long box, and
I know, if he would have just opened the damn box, he would have done so much better. If he never listens. He always just thinks he has a better idea than me. Sorry, Anthony, if you're watching. I've done it more times than you now, so I think I know what's right. If nobody bought the first time, they're not going to buy the second time on lower price stuff. But he did still sell a couple pieces. What am I gonna do? Sorry, I want to get into the mystery sketch here because I'm going to show the Hembex. Let me open that up. I can show off the Hembex only. All the rest I'm going to I'll save for opening in person, or for people who want to here. And I think one of these is yours, Alberto. Maybe.
Yeah. Yes, probably looks like it.
Could be that one. I don't know. But so Fred got him done. I think he's dropping them in the mail on Saturday. So for those of you lucky enough to get Fred Hembeck, there you go. This is like a 2-character piece. See, you know what you're doing, Alberto, when you ask for mystery sketches. What do we got? We got a magic, right? So there's enough people request magic so that now somebody's getting a Fred Hembeck magic. We got a Black Cat, Scarlet Witch,
No Big
and
Barda.
no Big Barda. No Big Barda at all. But a Human Torch as well. Yeah, you can. There's room. You can do some extra stuff into these, right? You can have Mannix add some stuff. That's a good idea, Marcus. Right? So hey, oh Val's in the chat. Hey Val, I got Val. I filled up Val's quantity. So Val's got plenty of sketch cards to do, and she's got the free one to do for you, Alberto, because you
She already
won the
posted
prize.
it on her Facebook account, the Red Sonia that she did for me. So I saw it a couple days ago.
Oh man, see, I haven't spent any time on social media like the last 2 weeks, so you've already even seen it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it until Jeff tagged me on the post, and yeah.
There you go. Matt Kennedy would like to see a full Hembeck Tauntaun book. That'd be cool. I agree. So there you go. So Alberto has now seen his Hembeck card because nobody else requested this character. I don't think. Yeah, let me see. Let me look at my list here. No, we're gonna see Rizzo's. I'm gonna open those up. Alberto Albuquerque, he's mailing his stuff to me. Japan Comic Art Expo. Yes, there are scans in these, but I'm not gonna open. Rich Danny's are in here. We're gonna open up those live. Chris Anderson, he'll mail out his. Tatiana's will probably do unboxing with her before she sends some stuff out. So all the rest, yeah, you have to wait. And Jimmy's we already saw. So that's our list.
While you're teasing us, letting us know that you have the scans for all those
I have
pieces,
a lot of
but we can't see them.
That was the one thing as I was sending out the requests. I was like, because I don't always remember to tell people, please take pictures of everything or scan everything and send us copies because we like to use them for PR purposes, to promote the next one. And this time I was very thorough and said it more than once to people that I wanted them to send me scans. So yeah, I got quite a few of them already sent in. And a lot of people are going premium tonight. I can tell you that as well. People want to set up their booths. So we need to get on with the show because I've got to fit. Because I still do that. But anything else?
You said it was going to be a quick show today, and we're already proving you wrong.
I know. I didn't think we were going to talk for an hour, but with Adam and Allison. But it was good to have them on. I didn't. It wasn't until like after 5 today that it was like going to happen. So I was like, all right, awesome. That's why I held off even sending the mailing out until like 6 o'clock because they thought they could do it, but you saw there was nothing else in the mailing. It was as bare bones as you could get.
I was just happy that they had a good update on how he's feeling because I figured the one day that Bill invites me to do the picks was going to be the most depressing show because Adam was going to give bad news.
Well, you're right. It sounds like things are going really well, and his chemo was actually supposed to start yesterday. That was why originally we weren't going to do it, and then it got rescheduled to next Wednesday, and so that was when we were all right. I guess we can maybe do this, and then we confirmed. So I guess we should just dive into the usual stuff. Well, you know what? No. There's one other slide that we should show, even though we've kind of talked about it a couple times. Let me, and it is important to show on the schedule, is the IC3 Jacksonville show. So it's IC3 and First Coast Comic Con. You can call them FC3 for short. I know Alberto does. And tickets are already on sale. You can get them through ic3.art. Plenty of space. It's a brand new venue. There'll be 100 indie creators, 100 vendors. Lots of the featured artists for IC3 have already been announced, and there's going to be a drink and draw event on Friday. I know Kazra scouted out some good places for a Friday evening and a Saturday evening event. So it's going to be a good weekend. So if you can get down to Jacksonville on Saturday, July 11th, I would encourage everybody to do that. Our first branching out from the New England area show. We're finally gonna, this is our first one, and it's the first of many, and it's gonna be cool. I will definitely be there for Saturday. And that reminds me, I actually got an email from somebody, Kazra, I'll have to forward it to you. Somebody wanted to know if you were needing volunteers for IC3 during Saturday, because I guess we have a collector that is just a couple minutes from where the venue is. So they were volunteering their services.
It's going to be a busy July for all of you guys because you have San Diego right after.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that is true. Oh boy. All right, so let's I don't know, I guess let's want to look at the heritage picks real quick. I didn't really I don't even remember what I picked. Just some average stuff. Let's see, let me switch this over here. But Alberto, what's the last thing that you unboxed of your own? Tell me.
It's a couple pieces that I got from George Hodge. Actually, he sent me a couple of pieces last week, which I can show real quick. It was actually
Yeah, show them off. I haven't opened anything for myself in a while. So
it was two
live
covers from
vicariously through you. What do we got?
Paco Medina, who I know George is a big fan of. This is like a cover to Captain Carter #1, which apparently was her first appearance in the comics since she appeared in the MCU shows before. And from also Paco Medina, Bucky cover with
That's
Zemo
really nice.
in there. So George was trying to get money probably to prepare for Comic Card Live this weekend. So he offered me those and I was happy to get them.
See, I don't have a strategy for Comic Card Live. I'm just like set a budget and don't think about it. But I'm going to have a booth. I'm going to put a couple of my pieces in there. But I guess I missed this. I wasn't paying too close attention to the posts on CAF today, but you posted a Linsner today that I guess makes
Yeah,
James.
one of the 3 that you had sent me a few weeks ago.
Oh, was it the Red Sonja?
Yeah, one of the Red Sonja covers.
All right, then I did see that one get posted. Okay. Well, good. And you heard Linsner's going to be putting his stuff up. I don't think there's a Red Sonja cover in the first. He sent me 3 pieces that he's like, are these good? And I'm like, anything you want to post is good, Joe. Just do
Is he
it.
going to do his own booth or is he going to post it in the Comic Card Live?
His own booth.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, if you scroll through the booth preview, yeah, you'll see his booth and Adam Kubert's booth. They both said they couldn't bring a lot, but they were going to post a couple pieces each day. So I said, hey, anything you can post is good, and they will have the checkout integrated.
Because you still have a few of his covers on the Comic Card Fans account as well.
I do. But yeah, so when I emailed him, I said, I need new stuff. I said, just even do 3 pieces a day. Drop 3 pieces on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. That's all I asked Joe. And Joe's like, I can do that. So
we all know that Nick is making do 10 covers a week anyway, it feels like. So
I know, but I didn't want to ask for 10. I figured just asking for 6 was fair. I got to start somewhere. Did everybody wish Alberto a happy birthday? I didn't.
Oh, stop.
Happy birthday, Alberto.
It's in October. Don't feed them. But Matt said he just bought 50 mystery sketch cards.
They've done it before. See? 50 mystery sketch cards, but how many different characters? It's not 50 mystery sketch cards, is it, Alberto?
No, Matt said he's buying. Matt Kennedy said he's buying 50 mystery sketch
cards. Oh, I missed that part. So you're paying more.
Or maybe he said he might be for November, not for this time around. But well,
I can tell you the mystery sketch cards have it's kind of like I know we're over 200 9x12s, so I think it's like 320 sketch cards. So a lot of sketch cards, but it's a record for both at the end of the day, because I think we were around like 175 in the 9x12s last time. So this time around it's over 200. It's good. Okay, let's get in here. Let's look at some art so we can get this show that I thought would end early, not and isn't going to happen. Quickly through here. I picked this one from Matt DiTullio. It's got Black Bolt on it. This is what is it? Butch Guice, and it's from Avengers Annual 12. And look at this. You have the Avengers and the Inhumans at a pub. Tossing a few back. What more can you ask for, right? And Black Bolt overseeing it all. So I got nothing about it other than it was it's a Matt DiTullio alert. I
It's
might have
probably
even
from the
picked
mid '80s, right? Because it has Star Fox in there, though. So that's not
83. Yep.
okay.
It does have Captain America in it though.
It does.
He's not drinking. Thor's drinking though. Thor knows how to have a very good time when he's out. This next one I picked just for Jimmy and Amanda because it's an Amanda and Jimmy piece. It's from a Vampirella comic. What is it? Vengeance of Vampirella. So you get Jimmy's inks on Amanda's pencils. Okay, that's kind of nice, right? Not Red Sonja nice, but it's nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is that from before the Dynamite days, or is it a more recent?
It's from Harris. Yeah. I can't quite see. It's late 90s, I think. It's a good page. Definitely a good page. Amanda's still got a lot of her 90s work out there. We need to do another art drop with Amanda sometime. Then this next one, I know nothing about this era, but this is Cyberforce 6, but it's Silvestri with Scott Williams inks. And there were like 4 or 5 Silvestri pages in the set, but I think this was the only one that had Scott Williams inks on it. So I thought that's cool. Scott makes everybody look better.
Yeah, no idea about Cyberforce, but I'm sure someone like Jason D'Ambrosio or Mr. Siegel probably know something more than me.
Yeah, that would have been better. Who's our other Wildstorm guy? I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, there you go. Next up, Barry Windsor Smith. This is for another one. It's a Wildstorm thing, but it's Barry Windsor Smith. So for you Wildstorm fans out there, nothing like that. There's some thigh gap going on, karate chopping.
Half-page splash, right?
Yeah. It's actually not too bad. It's a pretty good page. Who's the inker on this? Somebody named Alex Bialy. I'm not familiar with them, but when you get Barry Windsor Smith pencils, that's always a good thing. Cyberforce is an X-Men knockoff. They ripped us off. Then I thought this was a good one. I don't know why the comic book is. You must get the comic book with this Heritage lot. That's a first. But this is George Perez. Pencils and Esposito inks on Avengers 202 page. So you get look, there's Cap.
Yeah, I want to say that Cap in the top panel doesn't scream Perez to me though, but
no, but it is Perez and Esposito. It definitely looks more well, it could be anybody. I mean, you could say this is Bob Hall. Esposito's inks aren't the best. This last panel definitely, is a Perez layout.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, what are you gonna do? This one was just fun. This is a legitimate splash page, Alberto. Look at that. Splush. It's a splush page. I'm sorry. This is Howard Purcell and Shelley Moldoff from a Sea Devils page. I mean, look at that. The Sea Dragon, crazy, but well drawn. It's beautiful.
Is this Stingray adjacent?
It is Stingray adjacent. Absolutely. Everybody's in there. They're all over it. Anyway, I think it's great. I mean, come on, look at the look on that thing's face. This is the look I get from my rooster every freaking time he sees me out in the yard. Just like that. All right. This is here. Look at this. I did pick a Cap page. It's Chris Picciolo and Tim Townsend from Cap 23. You get Captain America Unmasked.
I feel like I've seen that page somewhere before. It seems familiar, but
yeah, it does.
Yeah, I love that dog in the top panel, though. I don't remember what the story was about, but that's my favorite part.
It is a nice looking dog. Good ears. Then Adam Hughes. I had to pick this after Jimmy Palmiotti gave me that one question. Ask Adam about Indiana Jones, and then of course Indiana Jones by Adam Hughes was in their auction. I was committed at that point, so I actually saw a couple nice. I always love Adam's pencils. I had in the old days. He didn't ink his work. Typically, he would leave it in pencils and maybe give it to. You had the opportunity for one of like the Gaijin guys to ink it, and so there's just so many pieces that are pencil only. And I don't have any of mine anymore. I sold them, or I was dumb enough to have them inked. If I could go back in time, I would keep all of my Adam Hughes pieces pencil only.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this one does. It feels like whenever Adam draws a male character, he just doesn't fare.
Doesn't. I'm with you. I mean, for as good as it is, they're a harder sell. But I mean, it's Adam.
It's only
I
at
was going to ask Adam if
$100.
he had any art left from his Penthouse Comics days. I've always wanted to get a page from his Penthouse Comics, and there's guys in there, but there's more girls than guys, so it definitely works out better. Jeffrey C says he has something. I'm not sure what he has, but anyway, Josh Cassara, the darling of OA.
Yeah, this one's a beautiful page.
Yeah, I had to pick this one. I love Josh's work. I still don't have a published page by Josh. I've got to get something by him. This is a really nice example with Jean and Beast. I love the way he draws Beast. I mean, it's unlike anyone else. I mean, it's awesome.
And I love Jean's classic costume. Anyway, you don't see enough of it.
Nope. So there you go. Nice Josh Cassara. And then this last one, I might have to throw a fun thrill bid on it. I won't get it, but I always talk about Irv Novick and wanting to get a Batman page. This one's just too good because of the Penguin. I mean, Batman and Robin are in the first and the last panels, and then you get the Penguin, with penguins eating fish. Look at that. And then you get Batman and Robin kind of peeping on that last panel. You're speechless, Alberto.
It's DC art. I'm not sure I know a whole lot of anything to comment. Although I did.
Well, I could have shown it. There's plenty of Don Perlin, more Werewolf by Night, more Ghost Rider. I know that we saw, Tom posted a nice Ghost Rider Perlin piece, I think, in his calf gallery this week. So, I could have gone off for all the regular stuff, but I'm sorry, it can't be all Cap and Red Sonja. All right, something smells fishy. All right, well, something smells fishy. It must be time for the EXP preview. We can show that and get on with the CAF update. Talk about art. Art we have things to say about.
Let's see what Nick has to say for his birthday.
Let's see. Right now, here we go.
Everybody, this Friday, May 15th, it's the day after my birthday, and we're going to celebrate. It might be my birthday on Thursday, but I'm going to give you the presents. But first, wherever you're watching this video, please hit that thumbs up. Sharing is caring. And wherever you're watching this video, make sure you're subscribed. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. And hit that bell for notifications. Now, on to the video. We've got a really, really cool show on Friday. It's my birthday, but you get the presents. Plus, we're going to donate a portion of every sale to charity. And we're going to get into it right now. So, Weapon X, number 20 cover by Georges Gente. That is just a really cool cover. Web of Spider-Man by Alex Saviak. Guardians of the Galaxy by Scott Eaton. That looks really nice. Doing a little bit of that Jim Valentino, Kevin West there. All right, then we're going to have artwork that we've had on the air before, and these are going to be some heavily discounted, some slightly discounted. We'll see how it goes. Ursula, number 1 by Jay Lee, his only Ursula cover. Shazam, number 12, page 4 by Dale Eaglesham. Heroes Reborn 2, Hyperion, number 1, page 8, Dale Keown and Scott Hanna. Luke Ross, Dark Tower, Gunslinger, The Little Sisters of Illyria, number 1 cover, Luke Ross. Dark Tower, number 2, Luke Ross. Action Comics, 1068, Clark turning into Superman in the trademark telephone booth. What's a telephone booth? That's what most people say these days. You got the Mayhem over here. Check it out. Eddie Barrows, Danny Mickey. But wait, there's more. We are going to have these pages either discounted or deeply discounted. American Flag by Howard Chaykin. Rom, Fantastic Four, Carlos Pacheco, the late great Carlos Pacheco, Mighty Avengers, Koi Pham, Fantastic Four Atlantis Rising by Herb Trimpe. He was working on his Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee. Mark Bagley, Fantastic Four. I think it's Fantastic Four. It might be something else, one of their other names. It's hard to hold these and move everything at the same time. Wow. All right, Fantastic Four 316. I believe this is Keith Pollard and Joe Sinnott, but we'll know for certain. Let's see. Then we have Gambit, and I think this is Yannick Paquette and Dan Green. Then we have Kieran Dwyer, FF Annual 21. Really cool pages with the Inhumans. You got Lockjaw. I know somebody's a Lockjaw fan. Check it out. Check it out. Lockjaw on this page too. This is a page where Crystal leaves Johnny Storm and decides to stay on the moon with Quicksilver. Then you guys know how much I love quiet, emotional pages. Peter sitting with Aunt May. Humberto Ramos. Then Peter at Uncle Ben's grave. This is by Mark Buckingham, one of the greatest artists in the industry who does not get enough credit. Then we've got Wildfire by Will Conrad. And then I posted 2 pages of Luke Ross Spider-Man. And number one Marvel fan, Tom, was surprised that I had this. I thought I would bring a few of these on the air one last time before I post them. Whatever doesn't get claimed is getting posted. So, Friday, May 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be cool art. Discounted, my birthday, you get the presents, and we're going to donate some money to charity. Have a great one, everybody.
There you go. It's
Let's
his
see how many
birthday,
pieces he
and we'll
actually
get the
gets
presents.
through. Yeah, 'cause the last few weeks, by the time he shows up, he doesn't have time to show that much art. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yes, we will. I miss him at the beginnings, but that's probably for the best, right? Because he's never on anyway. Okay, cool. Well, happy birthday, Mr. Barucci. That's always a fun thing. So CAF update, right? We can dive into the CAF update and look at some artwork. We'll just go quickly through this stuff. Delia's had a terrible week. I don't know, Mother's Day week or something like that. Maybe they all decided to spend the week with their moms and they didn't sell any artwork. $129,000 in sales last week, Alberto, from
A lot
the.
of people might have been saving for Heritage though, because that was a loaded
Okay,
auction last week.
there's that. And Comic Art Live, right?
Yeah.
Could be a little bit of that too. So 129,000 in sales, down from 394 the week before. Ramita Man had almost 50,000 in sales. Anthony had 22. Albert had 18, and Panel Page had 11. So top 6 sales from dealers last week. Well, it's no surprise, even without Albert being in the top, he does get the top sale. So it says Lego issue of Batman with Batarang, page 4. Jim Lee went for $16,000. Yep, there's the Batarang. Okay. Next up, we have a Mobius piece. This one was sold by Mike. Oh, I'm not seeing this one. He had a piece like this before. So Mobius, this one sold for $5,250. Then this is it is actually the published cover, colored. I don't know if it was colored for publication or not. Joe Staten did this E-Man 7 cover that was sold by Glenn for $5,000. Then Drew Friedman. Mark Bagley's next. This is an artwork from the New Yorker of Harold Lloyd by Drew Friedman, sold by Scott Eater, $5,000. Then Ultimate Spider-Man 84 DPS. This is the Bagley. And Glenn sold this one for the asking price of $5,000. And what is this? Ramita Man. Web of Spider-Man number 7. It's Sal Buscema pencils, Armando Gil inks. And that went for $4,800.
That's an interesting last panel on that piece, because it seemed like he was wearing the black costume for a second, even though it wasn't.
That was what I thought too, and that can't be right. It did look that way. Auction results. Okay, let's see here. Top 3 from eBay and top 3 from Heritage. So the total was $317,000. First up from eBay, this Jim Davis Garfield Daily. I mean, it's framed. It's even the frame or the mat looks signed. It said $6,000. I did check it on that one site and it said $5,500. So I don't know
That
what
sounds crazy. I
that
haven't
sounds
seen
way.
a Jim Davis like that for
I know.
$5,000. Yeah.
That's what I thought too. Then we have a Bernie Wrightson House of Mystery. I think this is like the color guide for it. It was sold for actually $2,599. And then this Kerry Gamble NFL Pro Action #3 title page splash. It had one bid on it, went for $2,649. Then over at Heritage, that was a 7-page story to Secrets of the Haunted House, and it went for $7,500. Then the Bernie Wrightson cult page that I featured last week or the week before last, this one went for $4,750. And lastly, we've been seeing a lot of these, like 1 or 2 every week in the Heritage Weekly. This is the P. Craig Russell Epic Illustrated page from issue 4, went for $4,375. That's pretty beautiful piece of art.
You have to get
Yeah.
better at eBay. I have to say eBay's a place that I don't pay a whole lot of attention except for Hembeck.
Except for him. Yeah, and you've got lots of competition for those Hembecks, as we all know. Okay, well, we can dive right into the art. See what did Alberto pick this week? Now wait a minute. Now before we even do this, what were you doing in Hawaii?
It was Andy's birthday back in April, and we didn't get to celebrate because life just got a little crazy. So we ended up just going for 5 days and enjoy just a little bit of sunshine and some time in the beach, which was nice.
Good.
Nothing too crazy, just be lazy, have a lot of lava flows and Mai Tais, and enjoy the beach.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm glad you took the time, and I'm sure she was happy as well.
She
But,
didn't like that I paid a little too much attention to Heritage on Saturday, but or Sunday, whenever it was, but it was okay.
Did you buy her something though? Not at Heritage.
Yeah, not a Heritage. No, I had taken care of her presents when it was actually her birthday last month, so it was all taken care of.
Awesome. Well, here, let me share my screen here. Try to get this thing resized. All right. Okay. So whose gallery are we in here? We are in, well, I guess appropriately, we are in the Enter the Phantom.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that person actually is, but obviously they're a Phantom fan. And I mean, this was not like the first Phantom strip, obviously, because in 1958, I think it was from, which was a few years after he had started, but it kind of tells the origin of the whole story for anyone that hasn't heard about it. So it was like 400 years ago when the first Phantom survived, and then it kind of explains how the generations follow, and they think he's a phantom and the ghost who walks, and it just kind of shows that last panel in there in the Phantom costume. So I thought it was pretty cool for an almost 70-year-old strip.
Yeah, and it's funny, until if you don't read it, you just look at it and you're like, oh, that's a pretty strip, and then you realize, like you just said, that it has a bit of his origin in there. So that's something that we can overlook when we're looking at the art and not thinking about reading the panels at the same time. I would never have known, because I've looked at a lot of Phantom strips before, and I can honestly say I don't think I've read any of them, just because it's not something I'm interested in. I like the art, but you're right. This is, what was the year on this one?
58, I
58.
think.
It was 58. Okay. So, and the artist is Wilson McCoy.
And I like Phantom because I feel like his costume was always gray. So over the years, they use mostly Zipatone. So all those strips always have a lot of Zipatone in them.
So Wayne, who was probably around in 1936, says that it started in 1936. So you weren't around in 1936,
I
Wayne.
was not around.
No. But anyway, very cool. And again, what was the name of this gallery? Enter the Phantom. Cool. Enter the Phantom. They've been on the site for 12 years. I don't believe I've ever been in their calf gallery. All right. Next up, we have something. Let's see. It's in Lenny Messina's calf gallery. It is from Brian Haverlin. And it's a character that you have an affinity for.
I was very conflicted because there was also a beautiful Catwoman piece that Brian Haberlin did that was also posted last week, and I didn't want to end up picking two Brian Haberlin pieces, so I ended up picking this one. Just the way Brian just draws everything, it almost looks like a photograph. Like if you look at all the scales in the costume and the hand and the hair, it is just amazing the way he draws stuff.
Nope, I agree. He knows his way around his watercolors. That's for sure. And we've seen some of his work in person, obviously at OAX and San Diego last year. So no, very very skilled gentleman, and he knows how to draw his bikini tops, his metallic bikini tops.
I mean, just look at the texture. Like they're not even. They look, very like worn, faded, metallic costume. It's one of the more realistic ones I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Nope,
I'm sure is
I
what
agree.
everybody's paying attention to anyway.
Right. No, I'm looking at her eyes. All right. This is something in Ron Lim's calf gallery. The Ron Lim, our Ron Lim. Let's see. This is a Tradmore, and what is it from though? Spider-Man X2? Is that what it? I'm not. I guess
It's just because there's just two Spider-Man, so I think it's Spider-Man ×2. I don't think it was a published piece from
looking. Is it a commission?
At it.
Oh, it is. Okay,
It was one of
it is
his
a commission.
commissions years ago. But I have to say, I was not always necessarily a full fan of Tradmore's Doctor Strange stuff. I thought it was a little weird, but the way he drew the two Spider-Man figures in here, I thought was just great and really representative of his art, with a little bit more recognizable than some of the Doctor Strange stuff he's done, at least for me.
I don't know how I didn't see this piece when it was posted. I think it is. You're right. It's awesome. I love the tonal work in here too.
And this is one of the pieces that makes you find out why a lot of people love Tradmore so much, because the art in here is just crazy.
Well, the webbing. I mean, that's a lot of webbing and shot around there. But yeah, I don't know which figure do I like better? Probably the bottom Spider-Man. He's rubbery, but
a lot of thigh gap in there, that's for sure.
There is, but very nice pickup, Ron. Congrats, man. Isn't Ron on my watch list? I think actually in my beta test of stuff, I have Ron Lim as in one of my keywords. So he does come up every once in a while. There you go. Tom says he likes the bottom Spider-Man. They're both great. But did I like this one yet? I did not. Okay, there we go. I have righted that wrong, Alberto. Okay, Margaret Lee. You know Margaret.
I did notice that Margaret joined the chat a few minutes ago, probably because she knew this was coming. But I don't always pick DC art, but the way Curt Swan just drew this one, the three figures, I think they're all outstanding and beautiful. And just having the three of them together, I don't think you can get a much better piece from Curt than that one.
And it's from 95. No, it's great. I love seeing Swan pencils from commission pieces like this. It's like seeing Ramona Fraden, right? You can never go wrong. They're always going to look good. There's these guys are skilled, professional, and this is a really nice piece. Get 3 figures.
And I get a chance to see a lot of the pieces that Margaret picks up because I'm her mule here in the US and then ship her the pieces to Canada. But I don't think I got a chance to see this one in person. This one might have been one that got shipped to her directly. I don't remember, but
Maybe she has another mule here in the US that you don't know
or
about.
maybe she thought I would have stolen this one and somehow I would never have sent it to her if this one came my way.
Oh, great pickup, Margaret. Thank you for sharing it on CAF.
She says I did ship it to her, so I somehow must have missed it.
You missed it. That's all. Well, you had an opportunity and you blew it, Alberto. All right, Michael McIsaac. He was on a selling spree for a while. This was a cool piece.
Yeah, this was just cool.
Aragones and Austin, right?
Yeah, Sergio just drawing the Fantastic Four here against Doctor Doom was just a lot of fun. The way he drew the Thing in there and Doctor Doom and the Human Torch, it was just awesome. And I feel like you don't see Sergio doing superheroes too often. It reminds me a little bit of the way Hembeck does sometimes some of his parodies, but in a very Sergio way at the same time.
Yeah, no, I love this the central image here. I mean, look how Johnny's too bulky, Invisible Girl's voluptuous.
Mm-hmm.
Only as Sergio could make them, right? And then you get Terry Austin doing the inks on here. This is fantastic. Really, really nice piece. McIsaac scores.
Yeah, he always manages to pick some beautiful stuff. So Massacres Marvel. I don't think I ever read Sergio Massacres Marvel, but now I feel like I need to find a copy of it.
Right. Oh no, it's not Austin.
Joe
It's Sinnott. I'm sorry. Why did I think it was Terry Austin? I must have been thinking of a different piece. Sorry about that, Terry and Joe. I got it wrong. Joe Sinnott. Well, that makes more sense to have Sinnott ink him on a Fantastic Four page, given how many pages Joe inked in his career. Next up, what do we got here? Oh, that's right. Oh, see, I think I picked it.
I feel like we both picked Andrew pieces today.
We did for different reasons, but almost the same in their own weird way. This is from Spidey 129. Now, did you pick it because you love the art or because the significance of artwork from issue 129?
I didn't pick it for the significance because this page didn't have Punisher in it, actually. But just love that bottom panel of Spidey just swinging in against the bad guys and knocking them down. Just is awesome. And every panel basically had Spidey in them, and the way that Andrew always kind of drew him, which I love him. I feel like a lot of people just go from Ditko to Romita, and Andrew doesn't always get enough love between those two, but yeah, I think it's a great page.
Nope, I completely agree. I actually love the first panel, with him just holding on by his toes. The angle's great. It's
every panel has a totally different angle and perspective, it feels like. So it's very
I didn't even notice like the second. I missed that earlier with the second panel where he has you get to see he's pulling his camera out here, and here you get to see it just up. I mean, I like this page even more now just because of that. That's awesome. But yes, I did get I did pick an Andrew as well. This is in Brian Koo's CAF gallery. Next up, Tom. So this is a Ghost Rider issue 54, Don Perlin.
He's been posting a lot of Perlin pieces lately, I feel, either Ghost Rider or Defenders, but this page is having Orb drawn in all those panels, and just the idea of a big eyeball riding a motorcycle is always just so much fun. I've been trying to tell Tom to kind of get more commissions or mystery sketches of Orb to see how other artists would draw him. I don't think I fully convinced him yet, but I yeah, who doesn't love Orb? And of course, he has a couple panels with Ghost Rider in there too. But yeah, that second panel is just awesome. A big eyeball riding a motorcycle.
Yeah, I like the second panel myself. But yeah, if there was ever a character, in the Marvel universe that was drawn in comics less than Stingray, it would be the Orb, I think. But no, you're right. Tom's been on a roll, right? He's offering up his prop collection, and he's been, like you said, posting more and more and more comic art to his calf gallery. So it's awesome, Tom. We us Marvel fans have a deep appreciation for what you're posting in your calf. I can look at ROM pages all day and Ghost Rider and Don Perlin art anytime.
And Defenders. He's a big
And
Defenders guy
Defenders.
as well.
I think he picked up a Defenders page off of Anthony the other day, and Anthony, I
Mhm.
could tell that in the moment it got snatched up. He was like, he priced it too low. Those are the moments you enjoy when you see that.
It doesn't happen very often, but
No,
it does.
no.
You have to jump at it.
But yeah, this was a nice piece, and I forgot it was in Aranga's calf gallery. Claudio Castellini, Silver Surfer, and this is a commission as well.
Yeah,
The
this
fine,
one's
the fine,
crazy.
it's
All the
the
detail.
details, right? I mean, man, oh man,
Even
he
the
is like,
board just looks so metallic. The way he drew the board makes it so reflective. The way each panel kind of has its own textures with the craters, and then yeah, the Silver Surfer image is just so big in there. I told Aranga the moment that he posted this picture that I loved it and that I was gonna pick it. So yeah, I don't know a lot about Claudio Castellini, but this piece was just gorgeous.
agreed. I think a lot of folks like this one. AJ says the background is killer. It's a home run, says Jason. My goodness. No waxing required, says Rich Danny's. No, you don't have to wax that board. So awesome. Congrats, Aranga. And Aranga will be joining us, like I mentioned, tomorrow night, everybody. Aranga will be maybe drawing his mystery sketch or having a drink or hanging out, whatever he wants to do. Aranga will be here on camera with us for the kickoff
And
party.
Aranga has been doing some amazing stuff as well. He posted those Art Nouveau commissions that he was trying to to get people to sign up for, and those are so much fun the way he does those backgrounds with the characters in the foreground. So people should jump on those.
I agree. I thought they were fantastic as well.
And he's asking what's happening tomorrow night. So
He's just making a joke. I haven't sent him the link yet, but he knows what he's doing tomorrow night. Next, where are we going to from here?
On this one, it's hard not to pick a Dino piece whenever he posts.
Dino. I already like that one. That's how much I liked it.
There were a lot of May the 4th pieces, obviously, last week, and it was hard, but I felt like I had to pick up a Star Wars, and just this image of the Millennium Falcon, you cannot get much better. I mean, I know a lot of people like the characters, Darth Vader and all that stuff, but I feel like the Millennium Falcon is probably one of the more iconic figures in all of Star Wars. I mean, even when Disney built their Star Wars land, it's always centered about that big Millennium Falcon that they have anchoring their whole world there. But yeah, and of course it's a cool page from a historic kind of run on Star Wars, but yeah, we needed a Star Wars piece, and I think you picked one or two as well.
I picked a couple. Yeah, it was kind of hard not to, but yeah, I thought this one was great. I probably would have picked this one if you hadn't picked it, because it was one of my favorites that got posted. But there was a lot of good Star Wars art that was added. I feel bad for all the people I had to leave out. There were so many people posting stuff that I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, there was so many posted that Monday for May the 4th, but
it always shakes a few pieces out. I think people hold them back.
And it's always hard because Jeff Wedding posts his one Star Wars piece per day for the whole month of May, and those are always amazing too.
Jeff, did you pick this one for me?
I
This is Dave
didn't,
Palumbo,
but I
everybody.
knew it was a Cyclops, so you'd probably appreciate it. But I just like this image, and I think they picked it up from OAX. I missed it at OAX. It might have been gone by the time I went, but just the way he drew the shadows in there and the lighting, where you can just see a little bit of the costume and everything else is kind of in the dark, and just that eye beam out of his eyes. I just thought it was a cool perspective where you can tell who it is, obviously, but not see the whole costume. I thought it was a cool take on it.
I totally agree. I think, yeah, this was on his back wall, and yeah, it was sold by the time I saw it, so I never even had a chance to pick this one up. And this was in Stefan Perez, right? Yeah. But no, I think I like it for all the same reasons. I mean, I love the fact that it's so dark. His costume is dark. I mean, its pose is cool. These pieces that Palumbo had were very affordably priced as well. So if you got in early enough to see what he had on the back wall, yeah, I don't know if he sold out of them, but I know he came pretty close, and I know that he's actually made a few pieces for Cal as well. And I have the scans of them. I could show them off. Maybe after we're done with the picks, or maybe now's a good time. I should probably show them. No, we'll do them after the picks. I have 3 pieces that I can
Yeah,
show.
and it seems like Lance helped Steven kind of pick up these pieces. Lance is a bad influence. He did the same thing for me. The cap piece that I picked up from Palumbo, Lance told me before the floor opened, he was like, Palumbo has a cap piece. You should go there as soon as the floor opens. And I went and I did the same thing. So Lance is an enabler, that's for sure.
Lance is the best. He actually coerced me as well into buying something that I haven't shown off yet, because I haven't finished paying it off because it was too expensive. But yeah, it was partially Lance's fault. He knows us, right? He knows our caps. He knows what we like. He hears us talk at shows, and yeah. So I'm completely with you. Lance is the perfect middleman, says Mr. Wedding. All right. Now, was that your last piece?
I think that might have been my last piece.
All right. So we'll dive into mine, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Cal before we go. So this is in Kavi's Calf Gallery. He dropped a few Star Wars related pieces. This is David Michael Beck. I thought the pose was kind of cool. Vader. We've seen Vader drawn so many different ways, and I have a different Vader piece in my set. But I just thought this was slick, pretty graphic, but just the right amount of detail in it. And I just love the way the cloak is drawn. I mean, it was a triangle shape. I just thought this was really nice, and I thought Beck did a very good job on this one.
Yeah, just a little amount of color just for the lightsaber to kind of, illustrate that a little bit, or at least it feels like it has a little bit of red in it.
Yeah, you're right. It does. It has a feel like it has a little bit of red, or you're right. I mean, it works. I like it. I like it a lot. And I had to pick it. And Kavi actually had a couple of the pieces that I thought were nice. And then I was like, nope, I'm sticking with this one. I picked this one just kind of for fun. This is for Brave and the Bold, and it's Neil Adams. And it was funny when I first saw the thumbnail. I always just equate anything with a funny angle as a colon anymore, like a Gene Colan piece. So when I saw the thumbnail, initially I think, oh, it's another Colan page. But then I look back at it, I'm like, oh, shoot, nope, there's a lot of detail in that one. And it's all Neil Adams. But I thought this, I love the panel where he's holding up he's holding up the clothes. And I thought this last panel, it's just so classic Neil Adams for the dynamic kind of, he's diving, he's firing an arrow. All I can imagine in the next panel, he's hitting the tip of that grenade and it's blowing up in this guy's face, right, or something. I don't know what's going on, but it's the cliffhanger moment right there where he's got to get low enough to get his shot in there. But
just that entire layout, like just that panel of the cityscape there.
That too, with the other lettering, right?
Is cool, yeah.
Because I mean, I thought the same thing. The cityscape is kind of simply drawn, but it's the lettering in the floating
Mhm.
above it because there's no outline there for the panel. It works really well. Neil is great. He makes that first panel with a guy rolling up blueprints look
Mhm.
dynamic, you know. So uh so there you go. That's and whose calf gallery were we in? Mr. Miracle, member of the site for 5 years. So here you go. Here's my I, I like this one. I actually like this one more than the one that you picked, only because I love what he did with this first panel because he's
Mhm.
literally tipped the vantage point 90 degrees. So, I mean, to fit him in the space. And I mean, because he could have done that as like a horizontal panel right here, but instead he's like tipped it. It's the whole length of the page. I just thought that was awesome. The rest of the panels, I mean, I can do without it because I thought this first one was just so cool the way he decided to do it.
Yeah, and it's always cool when the figure goes a little bit outside of the panel, so it kind of breaks it up. So you have both the head and the foot kind of, yeah, getting out of the panel a little bit. But yeah, I mean, similar to the other page that I picked, is just Ross Andrew picked a lot of different angles for the different panels that just makes it interesting.
Yeah, nope. Woman at a typewriter in the window. So no, I thought this was great. I love this one, and I had picked this one out before you had sent your stuff in, and I thought about pulling it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not. I'm keeping it in there. So this was, and it's not in Brian Koo's calf gallery like yours. Mine is in Carlo M's calf gallery. So and this is from Spidey 163. Next up, this is in Andre's calf gallery. Herman Peralta. We know him, we love him. You can see his artwork over at Splash Page Comic Art. I just love his work.
Yeah,
I think his use of color is fantastic. I think this one's great because it's edge to edge. Um, it doesn't even matter to me the characters that are on it as much as I just think Herman is just so talented, and we were lucky enough to have him at OAX in 2025, get to see him and his work in person. But yeah, I think this is great. Andre keeps getting good commissions too.
he does. And Herman did I mean, we see a lot of magic pieces, obviously, and she's very popular, but he made her look different from a lot of what you see in the
Yeah.
other pieces, which I think is just great. The way the tail is, she has a tail in there swinging and all of that stuff is just, yeah, amazing.
AJ told me the characters matter. I get it. I know the characters matter. I just think it's a beautiful piece. This could be an illustration from a D&D manual, and I'd still be as impressed with it. I just thought it was awesome. But okay, it's magic, and that's more impressive than D&D. So all right, I got you, AJ. But congrats to Andre. Like Jeff said, he's been picking up some bangers lately. I mean, when is he not? I mean, that's what it's starting to feel like. This one's for Jason. It was funny when Jason first, I think he actually posted this over on Facebook first. I don't know why calf is not his first choice, but when he did, I didn't read it. I didn't read what he wrote, and I didn't look at the comments. I was just drawn in by the eyes. I mean, and it, yeah, I'm like, this is really cool. And and I'm thinking, man, first off, I knew that it was okay. I already got my like in when it was posted, right? Because I'm thinking, what is Jason doing buying first something from Gene Colan and then characters that I don't associate with Jason at all? And he said something like that. I had to buy it. It was probably a good price, number one. But those eyes are just so well drawn. I don't know. There's just something about them. Maybe it's because they're huge, right? I mean, if you didn't have that truck covering half her face, I mean, that's an in your face pair of eyeballs. But
yeah, and I wanted to pick this piece because obviously it was a Captain America, but I figured if I picked a Captain America piece, everybody was gonna give me crap in the chat. But Jason told me before he bought this page, because at first he was like, I heard this is the first appearance of the character. Is this character actually important or not? And he showed me the piece. And I thought it was great. So I'm glad he ended up picking it up.
So Jason asked you for advice.
Yeah,
related to Cap.
and if I was interested also, I think, but yeah, he made a deal. I think he might have driven a couple of hours to pick this up. a day, and maybe there was another piece in there that he picked up at the same time. But yeah, I was happy to see him join the dark side and pick up more Captain America art, even if Cap's not there. But it's the
Even,
title that matters.
the Wolverine jet, and now prepare the Wolverine jet. All right, well, nice page. I did like this one a lot. Everybody knows I love Gene Colan, and Sinnott inks on Colan are always nice as well. Now this one, put my like on it yet. Enric, this is it was something to promote T-shirt sales, and I remember this. So this is kind of like a nostalgic. Seeing this on like the inside of a cover, I think it was, for 1984. I don't even remember what 1984 magazine was about, but I remember seeing it on the, on the bookstore, drugstore shelves when I would be buying my comics and stuff. And I remember this image, and so I was taken aback when I saw it. It just reminded me of, like, 16-year-old me at the drugstore, and seeing this image, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pick it for that. I didn't really was there a lot written? No. It just says advertisement for the 1984 magazine for the sale of T-shirts, and published. Oh, it's on the back covers. So it says it was done in 1979, but the ad was in 1984. Or no, yeah, I mean not. Yeah, telling you, it's a late night for me. I'm ready for bed, Alberto. At any
Yeah.
rate, it was cool.
It's beautiful to see the black background really makes those characters kind of stand up with the white T-shirts as well. So yeah, it really pops.
Thanks, Marcus. You're giving away all my secrets from back in the day. Yeah, Warren's Sexy Sci-Fi magazine. I didn't actually read it in 1984, to say, but it is what it is. Okay, so here's my other Darth Vader by Von Randall, and this is in
Lance's gallery, yeah.
Half Gallery. Look at this thing. This is, I mean, I love Von's work, and when I love, like, I've gotten a few mystery sketches from him and a few other pieces. But I love it when he has the time to really, like, put a lot of attention to his inks, because I just think it's so beautiful, and it has such an edge to it. He has such a dynamic line quality, and already. I mean, and so you look at the way he's kind of drawn the mechanical aspects to Darth Vader's costume, but then he just, like, this jagged edged, tattered cloak.
Mhm.
This is Vader after a pretty damn good battle, and there's just, I mean, the more I'm looking at it, I love it. The quality of light coming off the lightsaber, lighting his leg, his arm, the skulls on the ground. I think this is great, and Lance really scored well with this piece.
Yeah, I know Lance really loves Vaughn's art. He's always ready to pick up a Vaughn piece. And yeah, this one really shows you, like, the mechanical part of Darth Vader, which is not always represented, but you really can tell that he's half metal, I guess.
Yep. Nope. I love it, and everybody else loves it too. Congrats, Lance. And we do miss the carpet, like Rick Welch said. Now we get I guess he got new linoleum put in, Marcus, and that's what we get to see.
Yeah, Lance posted some nice pieces. I think he posted a frieze. I think it might have been by Art Adams, if I remember correctly, that I was tempted to pick last week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Um,
Yeah, that was a nice one too. How does he do it?
He's got a lot of those artists locked in his basement, like Travis and Mannix.
Mannix sometimes,
like whenever
right?
he comes to California, he's locked.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, Lance is the best. Can't wait to see him at San Diego. Al Jaffe, he did tons of these fold-in pieces, and let's see, this was in Gene Park's Calf Gallery. So again, there was a lot of Star Wars art being posted last week, which was fun, definitely for the Star Wars guys. But anything by Jaffe is always awesome. I didn't even look to see if. Oh, here we go. This is what it looks like. Oh, okay.
No, that's
I
how you open it. You open that, and then the piece was inside.
There we go. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I've seen a lot of. I have it. Well, I have a Jaffe piece now that I got from Anthony. Just something goofy, but a fold-in page would be the best. I mean, it absolutely would be the best. So if I need to trade up at some point, they do come up on Heritage weekly auctions enough that I should be able to get one sometime. But anyway, I thought this was great. Look at that. Yoda got him right in the crotch too with a lightsaber. That's gotta hurt. I'm sorry. That's I don't care who you are. That's painful.
And another top of the piece is always funny because it said bloody battles, but Star Wars is the one franchise I feel like that never actually shows blood in there. But it's like which epic space battle will prove to be the bloodiest?
Right.
And it'll be none of those. But
yeah, Dan Goodwin. That's a good idea. And Dan does his own comics as well. That would be a fun thing to do, Dan. Honestly, you do your own fold-in. I like it. Yeah. Dan is going to be set up at Jacksonville, so anybody who is going should definitely seek out Dan's table. He has traditionally done his comic books non-traditionally as a digital artist, but the current issue that he's working on, all the art is done traditional, and it is so freaking good. You always think, can a guy who draws digitally, draw as good traditionally? The work that I've seen from Dan, his traditional work is as good, if not better, than the digital work. So if you're going, you got to check out what he's doing. He loves it so much he may not sell it to you. is what you might get, but maybe you can get him to do a commission or something for you while you're there.
Yeah, get him to do a fold-in commission.
A fold-in commission. We got to get that. All right, so this is in Simon's, Simon Miller's CAF Gallery, an artist I was not familiar with at all, and it's the only piece on CAF, unless you've spelled the name wrong. This Daniel Hubbard or Hubarde. I have no idea, but I like the style. I mean, we've seen a few of the Italian painters. They kind of have this rich color, but a little bit of a little scrimshaw kind of feel going to it. I like the piece a lot, and the over stylized Wolverine mask, everything. Brown costume is always good, but yeah, whoever this artist is, this is the only piece on CAF, by them. I know nothing more about them.
Yeah, Simon always finds some interesting pieces, but yeah, I'd never heard of Hubbard before.
Nope, and I don't think. Did he link? Oh no, here you go. Daniel's art on Instagram. So yeah, you can't see any more of his art on CAF, but wow, that's cool. He's got a kind of he's got an interesting style. Huh. No, I don't know anything about him.
Bring him to OAX next year. Approach him.
Well, you can tell he's got a little Sienkiewicz influence in him. He's got his work's nice. Awesome. Well, there you go. We've learned of a new artist. Now, last but not least, this is in Benno's CAF Gallery, and this is from Books of Magic 72, Mike Kaluta. And Benno has an affinity for artwork. He probably owns more than anybody I know. And I thought this one was really, really well done. Just fun, like storytelling with these, Trent or Ent-like creatures and, a boiling cauldron. I don't know. I never read Books of Magic, but love Kaluta's work. And the composition, I think, is just fantastic. Because I had to keep looking at it, like this misty fog with the horses around the trees and the people. It's just, kind of the way he tied it all together. I just thought was nice.
There's so much detail in every one of the figures there. You can look at each of them kind of closely, and they all have something in there that is pretty cool.
I agree. I love it. I mean, I love Kaluta's work, and it's funny. I've never like seen a piece that I've said, "Oh, I gotta own that," which I hate. It's kind of, I hate to say it. Vess is like the same way for me. I love Vess's work. I've never seen a piece of art by Vess that I want to own, but you see stuff like this, and it's like, having a good example piece wouldn't be a bad thing to have, especially Kaluta's just an amazing guy for many reasons, but yeah, I see something like this and I'm like, yeah, I gotta add something someday. But there you have it. That's my 10.
When you
Now,
wrapped it up with 6 minutes to go, you might be able to wrap it up in 3 hours. This show.
I will. We're going to. No, not there's no might about it. I can show off 3 pieces that I know that Dave Palumbo is dropping. I did actually have a little, where was this? I had a little outline. But here, I'll show off the artwork while I'm finding it here. Let's see, share the screen. So these are 3 new pieces that Dave has that he'll be dropping. Let's see, Dave told me that here's 3 brand new pieces for the show that he's dropping on Saturday. Thank you for the premium members. The rest of my pieces do have some repeats from OAX, but I think all are marked down and mixed with some good stuff that I've not really advertised as available in recent years. So hopefully it fits the brief. And he actually promises that next time, meaning in November, I'll have more time to plan releases and prep new stuff. So we have a Wolverine, we have a black costume Spidey, and we have a Storm. So those are his 3 new pieces that he is bringing to Cal and dropping on Saturday. Then an indie artist had mentioned that they have a new comic that they're bringing out. They said they'll have some of the comics available. And what is it? Got a lot of storyboards for it. It's from a gentleman named Joshua Timothy. Stevo's Collectibles. He's bringing in some artwork from Giordano, Alan Weiss, Alan Davis, Brent Anderson, Terry Austin, Power Pack page, some Paris Cullen work. And then Marco Rudy is also going to be set up. I think I already said that when we were looking at the Comic Artist booth. And what is he bringing? He said he's bringing some Marvel Knights Spider-Man artwork from his work with Hickman and Del Mundo. So there's that. And he's going to be taking on some cover style commissions. So that is what Marco Rudy is doing. And then here I can give you one last tease at the pieces that I'm pretty sure are the ones that Paulo will have from his show on Sunday at 1. And if this is normal, this is probably one of his like 4x6-ish pieces. So you get a Bullseye, you get a Kingpin. Looks like he's almost finished with that one. That came out great. And I'm gonna have to fight #1 Marvel fan for this one. It's not done. It's only in pencils, but I'll show it anyway. A Claw. After Stiltman, Claw is like one of my favorite Marvel villains. So yeah. So there you go, Tom. Well, I'm sure there's probably a few other Claw fans out there as well. And then he sent these other pieces. I didn't get clarification if these were going to be part of his live show or not. But there's 2 sketch cards done on Comic Card Live 2025 stock, and this is Grimlock, and then this is not on the stock. This is looks like it's done on a Magic card, but it's a gouache Scorpion piece done on a what is this, one of the, what do they call them, a promo card for Magic the Gathering. And then this T-Rex, for those of you who are dinosaur fans out there.
Anthony needs to get this one.
Who does?
Anthony, for his.
You're right. Maybe we can even
logo.
get Paula to like add a little Anthony hanging out of his, maybe an arm hanging out of his mouth. But there you go. Those are the pieces that I'm pretty sure. I know the Daredevil pieces and the Claw are definitely ones that he's bringing. But I think these sketch cards are coming in too. So.
Do you know how many pieces he was planning on selling during the show?
I think he said he was going to try for 8, but I should expect 6 because he went to Como. So he spent like a week either before or after. So he had a little bit of a busy time. So, but at least he's able to join us. Paulo's the best. He's like, he's one of my favorites out there.
Yeah. I'm still mad that Jill stole a Red Sonja piece from Paulo for me at OAX. She was able to get to Paulo before I did.
As a commission that was pre-done, or
I think it was pre-done. Yeah.
Okay.
She posted it, and I was.
I remember they talked about having to go to Paulo's table early if he wanted to get on his commission list because he was only doing like 1 painted piece a day or something like that. Okay. Well, hey, now, but you know where it's at. That's the thing. If you ever,
That's true.
All right. Well, we only have 60 seconds left here, so we can say we were done before midnight, Alberto. Any parting words here?
No, just get some rest because I'm sure it's going to be a busy weekend for you starting tomorrow.
It's going to be
So
busy, but it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. And please, everybody, tune in tomorrow night for the Mystery Sketch kickoff event. It is one of the most fun shows we get to do because literally we have 8 or 9 artists that are drawing for us, and they're doing mystery sketches. And so some of you get to see your work being drawn live. It is a real pleasure and a fun way to kind of kick off our weekend. So do tune in for that. And if you can, buy another mystery sketch. Alberto, I'm not saying that to you. You have bought more than enough. But for everybody else,
I'm done buying. But
done.
everybody, make sure you get your premium memberships renewed as well before Saturday morning, so you can get that 2-hour head start or 1-hour head start, however long it is. It's worth
2
it.
hours. Yeah, get 2-hour early access to Cal. And I can tell you, while the EXP video was playing, we had about 9 people that went premium at the start of the show, and 4 were first timers. So thank you for those who went premium and are going to hopefully be setting up a booth, or you're taking advantage of the 2-hour early access to Cal. It's totally worth it. And trust me, the money helps fund all the great stuff we do here at CAF, and it means a lot to have your support. So please consider going premium. We can always use some more people assisting us, helping us get us to where we want to go. So with that in mind, Alberto, I'll see you around this weekend.
Good night, and see you all in the chat. Yeah, over the weekend.
All right. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night.